What up, what up? You already know who it is. I'm on asharenu back in this bitch. You already know. Daily inspiration, daily motivation. Hopefully, y'all are keeping up. But y'all let me know if y'all want me to slow down. Is it too much? Y'all let me know. But otherwise, we're going to let everybody come in and we're going to get it started. So in the meantime, we're going to vibe out for a second. Let me get to my spot so we can set this up. Let me get to it. Let me actually go this way. What's up, Michael? Let me actually stand this way. Yeah, this is better, huh? Yeah, this way is better. Y'all can see more. I already know, right? What's up, back from hiatus? What's up, G-Star? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's good, everybody? Hopefully everybody is good. Hopefully everybody's keeping up. What's up, Rob? What's up, Moon Spirit? What's the deal? What's the deal, everybody? So we're gonna get started in a minute. With about 60 seconds. We'll get started in about 60 seconds. Let me get to my spot. I want y'all to see the Pantheon, the graffiti Pantheon. So let me get over here. What's up, Off Grid? In 1 second. All right, let me go over here. So hopefully y'all can see that, right? The sun is super bright. What's up, I don't even know how to say that. I don't even know how to say your name, bro, but you know who you are. Good to see you kicking it, how you be kicking it out here. However you say your name, bro. But I appreciate it. What's up, Marvin and Magi? Marvin and Magi is in the building. What's the deal? What's the deal? You know what I mean? Just letting everybody get in here. Right, everybody's good. You know what I mean? You already know. You already know how we getting it, right? All right, let me turn this down at least for right now. So hopefully everybody's good. You know what I mean? All right, we just entered into the hour of Venus. For anybody who's keeping up on their planetary hours, we just entered into the hour of Venus. So we already know. We talk about Venus all the time. Venus is all about physical manifestation, giving body to these thoughts that we have, giving shape and form to these thoughts physically. Physical manifestation, right? So all physical manifestation should be taken care of in the hour of Venus. You know, get on your planetary hours. You know, get on your chakra system. You know what I mean? This is a way of life. Don't take this as another technique. Don't take this as nothing else other than a lifestyle to help you ascend. And that's why we're talking about the secrets of destiny. All right? All right, what's up, student teacher? What's up, Ebony? Ebony is in the building. What's the deal? What's the deal? So we in here. I just wanted to show y'all the Pantheon. You know what I mean? So we out here making sure keep this hip hop alive, right? Because that is an element of hip-hop. Because the people may say, like, yo, you're not doing hip-hop. Well, the fifth element of hip-hop is knowledge. For those who don't understand this, right? So even though I'm spitting all this knowledge, this is still an aspect of hip-hop. Even though I'm not spitting bars, you know, I may hit a couple moves or whatever. But I'm just demonstrating the culture. This is me demonstrating the culture the way I do it best. You know, just for the people who don't really... You know, I'm speaking about so many things, doing so many things. What's up, 305 Capricorn? 305 Capricorn is in the building. What's the deal? Hopefully everybody's good, right? Hopefully everybody's keeping up. You know what I mean? I can slow down, though. Y'all let me know. Y'all want me to slow down? Y'all want me to slow down? Or y'all keeping up? Because I know I'm putting out mass information. I don't think nobody else is putting out this much, but it ain't about competition. You know, it's all about creativity. All right? Yeah, I did make a video called The Elements of Hip Hop. Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's way back. You know, for all my newer viewers who ain't really, you know, who don't know about that 2015 saga, they don't know nothing about it. They don't know nothing about it. So for all my new viewers, you know what I mean? Check out the archives. You know, I've documented a lot of hip hop. Trust me. But you know, we don't keep going. We don't need to dwell on the past. We gonna keep it pushing, right? My spirit guides were telling me that this is a lifestyle and it's every day. Now we're not pick and choose. You already know. Now, yes, people can pick and choose and turn it off and on, but those are not the people that get results, right? The whole purpose of the reason For those who don't understand, I do what I do to demonstrate that this is real. Because if this was not real, I would not be able to stand before you every single day and expand your mind, right? We have an $11 super chat. Marvin the Magi saying, yo, don't stop, keep it going, keep it going. You know what I mean? Don't stop no time soon. So Marvin the Magi putting his money where his mouth is. So I gotta respect the grind. I gotta respect it. So we gonna keep coming every single day. You know what I mean? We 30 days in, so we've been coming for a whole 30 days. I don't know, I'll probably release maybe 30 to 45 videos in these last couple days. You know, I got private videos as well, you know, that are not available to the public. That's on the website. For those who want the extra information, just check out the website, asharenu.com. Now let's get into the video. The video is titled Secrets of Destiny. Can you master your destiny, or is it predestined? In other words, this is talking about the concept of free will. Do we truly have free will, or is our path already laid out before us and we're just kind of navigating through it, not realizing that we will end up at the same destination no matter how we get there? Which perspective is true? Which perspective is false? Or are they both true or both wrong simultaneously, right? Michael is asking me, how and where do you get your knowledge? Personal experience. Personal experience, mainly. Now, yes, obviously, you know, I wouldn't be able to speak everything right? Let's start over. I would not be able to use all these scientific and mathematical terms if I didn't read. But I don't want to place an emphasis on just reading a bunch of books, because that's not, you have to live this lifestyle. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. By me living this lifestyle and by me demonstrating this lifestyle, then I can tap into the information, because I am demonstrating it. I am living the lifestyle on a daily basis. I wake up to this, I go to sleep to this, I dream about this. You know what I mean? This has become a part of me. I am possessed by the spirit of hip-hop, or the spirit of knowledge, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? For those who may not understand the concepts. When you live this life, then you can tap into anything you want to tap into, because you have opened yourself up enough to be able to receive the divine wisdom. You have to open yourself up to receive. That's how you receive. I am receiving this. This is being received, and I'm sharing the things that I am receiving because it is truly my duty to do so, is it not? All right, what's up? Callie is in the building. What's up, Callie? Let me see. What's up, Dragon OG? Yeah, well, we about to get into that right now. We about to get into, you know, the whole destiny thing. I'm just giving everybody a shout out. Just giving everybody a shout out. What's up, Solars? What is it? Solaris. I mean, y'all be having these crazy names, but I respect the creativity. I respect the creativity. All right, so let's go. Whenever we're dealing with destiny, we're dealing with the energy of Jupiter. We're dealing with the wheel of fortune, right? Now, most people, when they think about the Wheel of Fortune, they think about this game that used to come on TV. It probably still comes on TV, where people win money and answer random trivial questions. But I'm not talking about that type of Wheel of Fortune. I'm talking about the Wheel of Destiny. Your destiny is your fortune. And again, most people associate fortune with money. Or fortune. But fortune really has nothing to do with money to the highest degree. In other words, when we talk about fortune, we're talking about destiny. So a person's fortune is a person's destiny. That's why when it's called fortune telling, when you are telling somebody's fortune, you are essentially revealing their destiny, right? See if y'all can see that. I don't know. Again, it's an Air Force. It's an Air Force in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has an Air Force, so it's constantly planes all around this city flying or just doing shit. You know, they may just be training and practicing, and it is what it is, right? Okay, what's up, Oshun? So, when somebody is reading your fortune, they are reading your destiny. So destiny and fortune go hand in hand. And that also includes money, but it's not limited to money. So I just want to make that distinction. It includes money, but it is not limited to money. So when you think about fortune, it's also speaking about destiny. Now the question is, can your destiny be altered, or is your destiny already prescribed for you? Have we already decided who and what we are before we incarnate into the physical vessels? Or are we making it as we go? Are we writing our script as we go along, or has the script already been written and we are on a subconscious level following the paths that have already been laid out for us? Which one is it? Because they both make sense, right? You know, for those who are, you know, spiritually minded or open-minded, right? Who want to dig more into the esoteric wisdom, let's take it a step further. Destiny, when we truly look at it, let's take it to Star Wars. For those fans of Star Wars, for those who know about Yoda, on one of the episodes, I don't remember which episode it was, but it was one of the episodes on Star Wars where Yoda was asked, what's going to happen in the future, right? So someone asked Yoda, what's going to happen in the future? Can you predict the future? What's going to happen? And his response was, the future is unclear. I may be paraphrasing. That may not be exactly what he said, but essentially he said something along the lines, the future is not clear. So he was not able to see into the future and predict destiny. He was unable to do so. Why was he unable to do so, right? Now we're talking about a Jedi master, right? And again, we know this is all allegory, but we're just talking about the concepts. The concept within that line is destiny cannot be predicted because it is forever changing. Just like the wheel of fortune is forever spinning. The wheel of fortune is forever spinning. Simultaneously, the destiny, everyone's destiny is constantly in motion on a daily basis, right? Right, the future is always changeable. Absolutely. So, now that we have established that destiny is not set in stone. So, okay, if destiny is not set in stone, then what causes destiny? Is it the decisions that we make on a daily basis? Is it the thoughts we think? Is it our actions? What really determines our destiny? And can it be altered? All right? What's up, Brianna? Can we alter our destiny? Since we know that it's not set in stone. So I'm gonna go further over here. Give me 1 second. Let me give you all the 360 though. As you see, it's a freeway right here. So just to give y'all, you know, y'all should already be familiar with this area. I just like coming to this big field because, you know, I can just get as loud as I want, as loud as I want to get. That's the only reason I'm here. So I can scream and yell and do all this crazy stuff and nobody gives a fuck. As opposed to if I'm trying to do it amongst people, it's just kind of weird, right? Anyway, let us continue. Now, because destiny is not set in stone, it can be altered. How do you alter your destiny? You start with your natal chart. So let's take it step by step. You start with your natal chart. Your natal chart must be mastered. Master your natal chart. For those who don't understand the natal chart, or who are not really, who don't understand the lingo of astrology, don't worry about it. Because, you know, I'm going to give a different example as well. But this is just one example. Excuse me. You start with your natal chart and you memorize it. A lot of people are not memorizing their natal charts. They know what their alignments are, but they don't know it by heart, right? They have to constantly look it up. Memorize your natal chart. This is not my first time saying this, but again, I'm going to keep saying it over and over until it gets through your head. Memorize your natal chart so that you can see your attributes play out in real time. What do I mean? Most people may know what their sun sign is. They may even know what their moon sign. They may even know what their ascendant. But all the rest of the chart, you know what I mean? It may not fully be there committed to their memory. When you fully commit your natal chart to memory so that you can see your full personality manifest, you will be able to know, oh, that's my Mars in Gemini. That's my Mars in Libra. You are able to identify things when they arise. Oh, that's my... Oh, I see why I had that magnetic attraction to this particular type of person, because my Venus is in Sagittarius. So I'm going to be drawn to a particular type of person. So for anybody thinking like, why am I drawn to particular types of people? Your Venus explains this, right? So we want to master the lower self. We start with the natal chart. Memorize your natal chart. Get a natal chart done. Either get a free natal chart, get one done from me, however you want to do it. Get it done, memorize it, perfect it. How do you perfect it? It's just becoming aware when the energies manifest. You are able to identify things when they appear before you. You are able to know, okay, that's that Mars, that's my Saturn, that's my Jupiter, that's my Mercury, that's my Sun, that's my Moon, right? You're able to identify things as they appear to you. Now, when you are able to identify things when they appear to you, and it becomes second nature to the point you can see it before it manifests. Now we're taking it a step further. Now you can see things before they happen. Now you can make predictions. Because once you truly understand the way you work, you can predict how you will react in particular situations. One more time. Once you understand how you are, you can predict your own behavior. Once you can predict your own behavior because you have studied your natal chart. At this point, when you're able to predict your behavior, you can also predict the behavior of other people as well. You know what I mean? Hopefully that's not going over your heads. Let us continue. Memorize your natal chart. Predict your actions before they happen. You should be able to predict everything that happens before it happens if you truly know your alignments. Why? Because all that happens in our lives is based on our alignments. Because it's based on magnetism and electricity, electromagnetism. What do I mean? We are magnets. Right? The humans, or, you know, I don't want to say humans. I don't want to say humans. Those of light, right? The light beings. I'll just say the light beings. The light beings inside of a spaceship walking on top of the planet Earth. Let's put it like that. The light beings navigating with the spaceship, walking upon the planet Earth. Because we don't come from here, this is why we study the stars. For those who don't understand astrology, why study astrology? Because we don't come from the Earth. We come from the stars, so we study the stars if we truly want to understand us. Why are we studying the Earth if we don't come from the Earth? But I guess some people think we do come from the Earth. But have you seen a man or a woman grow out of the dirt? I haven't. I see beings coming from other beings. I don't see people growing out of the dirt. You see trees, you see herbs, you see plants, you see rocks, you see natural materials. But I don't see humans growing out of the earth. So it's not, you know, we can't really say that we come from here. If we came from the earth, you're like, oh, your body is shaped from... No, it don't come from the earth. This is blood. This is blood, and this has come from the insides of a man and a woman. So, because we don't come from the earth, we study the stars. When we have studied our stars, our star alignments, our natal chart, which is your star alignments, once we study our star alignments, we memorize them by heart so that we can predict things before they happen. Once we perfect that, once we perfect that, now that we have the ability of fortune telling, right? This is how you gain the ability of fortune telling, right? So this is what I'm describing. If you want to tell your fortune, you have to predict your destiny. You can predict your destiny by knowing your star alignments. Now, once you memorize and master your star alignments, now you can go beyond your star alignments. What do I mean by that? You can go beyond that which you know yourself to be. You can extend yourself beyond your blueprint. You can extend yourself beyond your blueprint when you have mastered the art of fortune telling. The art of fortune telling, right? Go beyond, extend beyond the fortune telling. So, how does that work? So although your sun sign, let's just say for example, may be in Libra, you can still tap into Scorpio, you can still tap into Sagittarius, you can still tap into Aries, you can still tap into Capricorn, so on and so forth. You are not limited to just Sun and Leo and whatever house it may be in. You start there, but you don't end there. Remember, your natal chart is your blueprint, but it doesn't tell you where you will end up. It tells you where you come from, but it doesn't tell you where you will end up. It's just all about possibility. These are your possibilities. These are your potentials. But we can't really tell you what you're going to do with your possibilities and potential because that's on you, right? So once you study your natal chart, master your natal chart, now you can go beyond, extend beyond the natal chart. How do you do that? That's why let's just use the 12 zodiac, right? Because that's what we are all familiar with that, right? So each zodiac has a sound. Each zodiac sign has a sound. Each zodiac sign has a frequency that can be tapped into, just like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is emitting these frequencies that your phone taps into, that your laptops tap into, that your computers tap into, right? Then you were able to get on the internet, so on and so forth. It's the same with the zodiac, right? Each zodiac sign has a sound. And if you chant that sound or think about that sound, you can channel in that energy. So you can say, okay, how is it being a Scorpio? How is it being a Libra? How is it being an Aquarius? How is it being a Pisces? So on and so forth. If you want to gain a perspective of how it is to extend yourself beyond your alignments, this is how you do it. Each zodiac sound, you see I'm switching up sign and sound, right? Each zodiac sign has a sound that you can chant or think about that will help you channel in that energy so that you can become aware and interact with that energy. You have awareness of it and you can interact with it and it can manifest in your reality, right? Hopefully this is not going over people's heads. Let me make sure y'all are following along. Do I like Western or Vedic astrology? I don't really have a favorite because they all offer something unique. All right. Afro pick sketches or paints her natal chart to help memorize it. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Whatever way will help you memorize your natal chart, do so. But you must memorize it so that you can see it play out in real time. Right? Let me see. Just make sure everybody follow along. How do you know all this information to be the truth? Where did you learn it? What are your sources? What qualified you to teach all these things? I don't know. This is the second time somebody's asked me this, right? In the same video. I'm being asked the same question 2 times. But I understand, right? Because again, who else is doing this shit, right? So I understand people are curious. You know, what qualifies you? The fuck are you, right? Well, I'm not going to explain because, you know, we're not going to, I don't want to make this video about that. You know, I want to stay on point. So I'm going to actually come back to your question because I want to, you know, let me at least make the point and I'll come back and answer that. But I don't want to make the whole video about that. Let's stay on topic, right? But, you know, I appreciate everybody, you know, answering for me, but I'll definitely answer that for myself. But I definitely want to, you know, keep everything on point. You know, because it ain't about, don't worry about the messenger. Try it for yourself, right? That's what we all know, right? Don't worry about me. Do it for yourself and see if it works. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're going to know if it's real, if you actually do it. You have to go beyond study. You have to go into practitioner. You have to become a practitioner of your study. Be a practitioner of your study. And that's how you become a master of your study. And that's when it becomes a lifestyle, when you are able to make predictions based on your lifestyle, right? And you can alter your destiny depending on what you want to do. When you have full accountability and full responsibility for your life, you choose what path you take in this life. So you have to ask yourself, what is it? What path do you want to take? What path do you, and I'm not saying like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to, you know, build a hospital and heal people. I'm not really talking about it from that sense. We're just talking about a personal path, not necessarily what you're doing for the world. So we're not talking about your worldly inspirations. We're talking about what path do you want to walk down personally, because you have to live with you every day, right? You can be healing the world every day, but you still got to go home and be with yourself, right? It don't matter how many people you heal and help, you still have to be comfortable within yourself. You have to be comfortable with the path that you have chosen for yourself. So you must ask yourself, what path do I want to walk down for myself? We're not talking about nobody else. We're not talking about the human population right now. What path do you want to walk down for yourself? But in order to fully be able to answer that question without being uninformed or uninformed, you must extend beyond your destiny, beyond your natal chart. How do you may want to take a path that's associated with Scorpio, but you may be an Aquarius. So you will have to work and interact with the energy of Scorpio for you to even know, like, you know what? Let me take this path. Not because I feel like it's better, just because it feels natural to me. Doesn't change your natal chart, but it alters your destiny. Doesn't change, your natal chart doesn't change, but your destiny is forever spinning, forever whirling, right? With curiosity, right? All these things are possible, and I understand traditional astrologers don't talk about this. Traditional spiritual people, whatever they're called, light workers, they don't talk about this type of stuff. So I understand somebody just hearing this for the first time, it may be a little confusing, because you know this is not the norm. This is outside of the box. So I understand, but you gotta stay tuned though. You know, you're not gonna get this from nowhere else. So there really is no other sources. You know what I mean? I can't really recommend nobody else to listen to, because I don't listen to nobody else either. So therefore, I don't know what anybody else is talking about, and I don't know what perspective they're coming from. So I really can't recommend an actual person. But okay, again, hopefully y'all get the point. We don't want to make this too long. We just want to get straight to the point, unless y'all have any questions. But let me answer the question about where does this information come from, what makes it authentic, all this good stuff, right? Which is no problem to answer. Again, first and foremost, personal experience. Personal experience. This is all from personal experience. This is why this is unlike anything else. This is personal, and I'm expressing things that I have experienced on a personal level that I know to be real, and everybody else who has put in that work, you know these things to be real because you put in the work to know that. You listen to the words, you put them into action, and now you know for yourself, oh, this is actually real, so let me see how far I can take it. So the only way it's going to be real to you is if you put it into action. You got to put it to work so that it shows you that it's real. Because I know it's real. That's why I speak about it. There's no point of me speaking about things that are unreal. That's just a waste of my time and everybody else's time. So why not speak about things that are real? You know what I mean? But I know we are in a world of fucking phonies, right? But whatever. We don't even need to give them no energy, right? I appreciate that, MC Fly. MC Fly loves the channel. Excuse me. Can you build off why Saturn is such a restrictive planet in the natal chart? Saturn matures you. That's why people hate Saturn, because it matures you. It's about maturity. Saturn teaches you how to be a man. Saturn teaches you how to be a woman. Saturn teaches you how to be an elder. So for all these little kiddies out here, they hate Saturn. Like I don't want that type of energy. You know what I mean? They want to be connected to an energy that Saturn is trying to pull you up into adulthood, into manhood, into womanhood, and they're trying to run away from it. That's why it is a restrictive planet, because it's trying to restrict you within the rules and regulations of manhood, womanhood, being somebody honorable, being someone respectful, being someone of character. That's what Saturn is all about. Saturn is going to teach you character, integrity, how to be a stand-up being, how to be somebody who is honest, somebody who stands on the truth. But we don't live in a world like that. Majority of these motherfuckers walking around here do not embody those principles. Therefore, Saturn is like some foreign fucking planet, some foreign energy. Is like, yo, what the fuck is this? Because most people don't live within those rules and regulations. Most people are trying to be free, when in reality, we have to navigate through these rules and regulations that have already been set down so that we can understand how to alter these rules and regulations, but we must navigate through them, right? So that's why most people don't like Saturn, because Saturn challenges you. Saturn teaches you how to be more, mature, like an elder. But for those who are trying to stay children, they hate Saturn, right? It's just, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right. You sound similar to Dr. Aline Bay. Shout out to Dr. Aline Bay. He's definitely one of my earlier inspirations. You know, definitely a lot of information. I believe he's still active on YouTube. I'm not sure. I haven't checked his channel in a while. I'm not sure if he's still active, but definitely Dr. Aline Bay. Much love to the elder. Much love to the elder. Oh, he's also live. Yeah, so definitely, yo, for those who don't know about Dr. Aline Bay, you know what I mean, check out him, one of the elders from the community. You know, for who's ever interested in, you know, esoteric occult knowledge, that's definitely one of the sources. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely, you know, Aline Bay, Brother Panic, Bobby Hemmett, you know, A.A. Rashid, there, you know, all the elders. There's so many. Phil Valentine, there's so many. So many. So definitely check in with the elders for those who, you know, may not know the history of this consciousness. You know, these were some of the people who, you know, brought this into light so that people like me, you know, can understand these things. So, you know what I mean? Much love and much respect to the elders always. Always. All right, I pick up on people's feelings. Or Oshun, I can pick up on people's feelings. I can even see into their past, feel their pain, wounds, so it's overwhelming. How must one go about taming those abilities so as to function on this earth plane? So, Oshun, basically, this is basically like an empath, right? That's basically what an empath is. An empath can detect the emotional responses within the people, places, and things that they are amongst, right? They are sensitive to the psychic senses all around them. Like they said, the subtle thoughts, the subtle feelings, all that psychic stuff. So you can detect thoughts, you can detect feelings, you can see into, you know, what makes a person, what they have been through. You can detect all these things, right? Because obviously there's more than one way to see. You can use your eyes to see, or you can use your psychic abilities to see. It all depends on what you're into, right? So because you are using your psychic abilities to see, you can pick up on so much more, all these subtle energies that we can't perceive with our eyes, but that are very real. So the question is, well, how do you navigate that? Because you are sensitive to other people's energy. And, you know, sometimes it can get overwhelming because you may not be able to distinguish somebody else's energy from your own energy, or you may not know how to, you know, how do I separate it, right? Very, very interesting concept and very, very interesting question, because I'm pretty sure anybody who is spiritual, anybody who has been opening up their psychic centers has a similar experience to some degree. To some degree. May not be an extreme experience, but to some degree, we have all experienced this in some form or fashion, whether how little or how small. How little or how small or how big. There we go. So, how do you deal with that? Let me actually walk around here. How do you deal with being an empath? Because, you know, that's just a popular term nowadays. Of course, there's many different ways to say that. You know, you can call yourself a seer. You know, that's a different word. Empath, a seer. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, somebody who is able to see beyond physical sight, or who can sense psychic centers. However you say it, right? Many, many different ways. And again, I like to use many different terminologies because, you know, we are essentially talking about every religion that ever existed. So all these spiritual concepts, all these come from older religions, right? And we have combined everything together. So everything is now combined together, and we call it spirituality. For those who don't understand, spirituality is essentially all religions combined into one science. That's essentially what spirituality is. You take out all the nonsense and you leave the purity. And now we have what we call spirituality. Now, yes, spirituality can be altered, but this is what spirituality is. So to answer the question, how do you deal with it? It's really an aspect of, hold on. It's really an aspect of, you can say, because again, I want to answer this as thoroughly as possible. Leave no stone unturned, right? It's a sense of, because let me think, can I think about a personal experience? Yeah, absolutely. You know, it'll be times where, you know, I can't even be in the same household as particular people because the energy is just too chaotic. You know what I mean? I don't even want to go in certain people's homes. Like, I don't even want to go in there. You know what I mean? Or I don't even want to be amongst certain people because their energy is just too weird. Because, like, yo, it's like you can sense, like, yo, this motherfucker may get us into some shit. Not necessarily on purpose, just because, like, you can just feel the energy, like, yo, these motherfuckers, their energy is like this. You can sense that. You can sense the unpredictability in their energy, in their aura, right? You can sense the unpredictability in their aura. So it makes you uncomfortable because, like, yo, you can feel that. Like, yo, what's up with this person? Like, you want to go with me? Nah, I'm cool. You want to go over to this house? You want to go to this party? And nah, I'm staying over here. You know what I mean? You don't really want to, you know, get too deep with these people. However, this is something that needs to be mastered. So this isn't necessarily something that you stay away from. It's actually something that you start to take in and you absorb and transmute the energy. That's how you deal with it. You have to absorb it and transmute it because there's really no way to separate yourself from it because, again, we're around people all the time, right? So unless you go out into the forest, but you're still going to be around animals and stuff, so you're going to be around. There's no way to get away from it. So you have to intake it, but don't intake it and allow it to be stagnant. So like you're intaking energy and you allow it to be stagnant, then it's going to make you uncomfortable. So the energy needs to be transmuted, right? Well, how do you transmute the energy? So you intake the energy, you feel it, you have your awareness. It's in your awareness now. You are aware, like, okay, you have detected it. You know what it is. So now you absorb the energy. You are absorbing the energy. Now that you have absorbed the energy, now this is what it means to keep your heart lighter than a feather. This is what this is talking about. What that means is, even if you feel some unpredictable behavior from this person or these people or this group or whoever it may be, even if you feel uncomfortable, you transmute it by, let me sit over here real quick. Again, I don't want to, you know, we want to make sure that we move in silence, right? So let me get over here, sit down for a second. All right. So, what do I mean? Let me give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. Let me give you a prime example. Let me actually get over here so y'all can see a little bit better. But let me give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. So let's just say for me personally, let's just say I go amongst gangbangers. And they're active gangbangers. They with the shits. I just so happen to be over there for whatever reason, right? So let's just say I get the sense of, damn, it seems like some bad shit is about to happen, right? I just get that feeling like, yo, it seems like something bad is gonna happen. I don't know if it's coming from them or something that's gonna happen to them, whatever. So I started getting a sense. I started getting a bad feeling. So, do you separate yourself? Like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here. Or do you stay and see what will happen? And the answer is, you have to transmute it. Don't just let that simmer in you. If you get that bad feeling inside, you must transmute it. Make it circle around. So wherever let me see how do I explain this? Identify. You know, sometimes it's even hard for me to find words for this. It's like I can see it. I can see what I'm trying to say, but, you know, I'll be trying to find the words. You know, remember, English is my second language. So I still be, you know, bear with me. Identify the emotion. Once you can identify the emotion within yourself, turn it just like a chakra. Chakras are wheels. So identify that energy within you and start spinning that energy. That's how you transmute it. You must spin it, either left or right. You know, try for yourself. Spin the energy left or spin it right. Spin the energy, right? Spin it till it dissolves. So you don't feel it anymore. You can also imagine the energy going out of you or actually going in you. You know, you can utilize your imagination There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm just giving an example. So I get this bad feeling. Something may happen. I transmute that energy. So even if some bad shit does happen, it really doesn't bother me because I already transmuted the energy. A motherfucker could come around and blast up the whole block. But, you know, it doesn't bother me. I guess that may be super fucking extreme. It may bother some people. You know, I bet that's probably not a good example at all. Like, what do you mean it's not going to bother you? The whole block just got shot up. But, you know, it's all about how you feel within. If you don't feel anything within, if you have purified yourself within, then the outside reality is just, it becomes, you know, you don't really put too much energy into it like that. So how do you transmute the energy? Spin it around till it dissolves. Dissolve the energy that you feel within you so that you don't feel it no more. Right? Dissolve that energy that you are absorbing and transmute it. So there we go. There we go. I know I answered that crazy. But you know, it's a crazy day today. It's a crazy day every day. Just in tune with the energy, right? All right. So what's the strangest experience you had to make you believe in these things? What's something that happened to you in a paranormal way that a normal person could never believe? Again, I'm gonna give JJ the benefit of the doubt, because obviously he is somebody who's new. He hasn't seen these 300 videos, right? He don't know nothing about this, right? So I give you the benefit of the doubt. You just may not know. But you're gonna know right now. What is the strangest experience I ever had? It's too many. It's too many strange experiences. I don't even have like this is the most strange. I don't even have like this is the most, because it's like they all have their own meanings. But let me just tell you one, because I've told many stories throughout the channel, right? But again, he's new, so he or she, it may be a she, I don't know. They haven't followed along, so they don't know. But all right, so let me just give you a quick example, because it's so many examples, right? Well, for me, I'll just say what actually happened to me, right? I'm not even gonna tell you. It's like I'm not even really in the mood. It's like today I'm on my war. Like I just woke up. I woke up super angry today. I woke up on my warcraft. I woke up wanting to kill some shit. That's probably why I'm talking about game bangers and shit. I'm like, I woke up wanting to kill some shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But that's neither here nor there. So again, it's like I don't even want to tell the full story, so I'll just tell the story. I found out about Eastern esoteric wisdom. I'll say that. When I was a teenager, I discovered esoteric wisdom. Wisdom of the yogis, wisdom of the gurus, the Eastern philosophy, whatever you want to call it, right? Then every day, I began to meditate. Every day, 4 a.m., every day I began to meditate. And the only thing I desired at that time was to go to Los Angeles. So every day at 4 a.m., after I discovered meditation and yoga and just the whole Eastern philosophy as a whole, studying every day and every night, practicing yoga and meditation and concentration every day, imagining the type of things that I will be doing in Los Angeles, right? All I wanted is to be in Los Angeles. That was my only desire. I was single pointed in my desire. And needless to say, you know, a couple weeks later, I was on a flight to Los Angeles and never looked back, right? Never looked back since. So that's what it is. So after that, I believed, because I concentrated my mind on that one thing, and 3 weeks later it happened. I was on a flight to LA. So at that point, I'm like, how can I not believe when it actually gave me exactly what I requested? Now, I'm not even going to say the universe. I'm not even going to make it like, who the fuck is a universe, right? You know, that's just like a blanket term. So I'm not even going to say the universe. But that's what made me believe. I'm like, all right, if this can happen, anything can happen. So that's it. I don't really want to get too detailed into the story. But there we go. Just to answer the question. Afro Pick is asking, any insight on Saturn and Pisces? All right, Saturn and Pisces is basically, because we know, Pisces is all about the imagination. Pisces is all about extended waters. What do I mean by extended waters? Pisces likes to extend emotions. In other words, a Pisces can, Pisces rule over institutions, right? So Pisces are all about, jails, hospitals, rehabilitation centers. Like a Pisces rules over those type of institutions, schools, right? Places where people go to heal. Places where so-called mentally ill or sick people are and are healing. So Pisces represents the energy of healing through rehabilitation. So when we apply the energy of Saturn, which is all about limitations and teaching you proper rules and regulations to survive in the long term, that's what Saturn is. Saturn is all about the long term. Saturn is all about longevity. Saturn is all about endurance. So Saturn is also associated with time. That's why when people go to jail, they say what they're doing time. They are in Saturn, right? So Saturn and Pisces just brings the energy of, you can say, Saturn gives form to things, right? Saturn gives forms to things. So Saturn pretty much gives things shape and structure. Thoughts become things. That's Saturn. Saturn creates those things. Saturn gives those formless things form. So Saturn is giving form to this energy of Pisces, which is all about healing through rehabilitation. So how do you give that form? Healing through rehabilitation? What form does that take? For somebody on a personal, like for somebody who has Saturn and Pisces, how does that manifest in their reality? Giving form to healing, right? But not just any type of healing, healing through rehabilitation, healing through, you have to be somewhere for an extended amount of time. So let's just say for somebody who's in a rehab center, for example, you can't just leave, right? You can't just leave the rehab center, right? The rehabilitation center. You have to stay there for an extended amount of time. You can't just leave school. You got to be there for 8 hours. You can't just, of course you can walk the fuck out. You can't just leave jail. You got to do your time, right? So that's what it represents. It represents places that you kind of have to stay for an extended amount of time in order to heal yourself. So Saturn, giving that energy of staying put and allowing something to take shape and form. And Pisces is like lakes and rivers of emotions, right? So Pisces, so within these jails, within these rehabilitation centers, there's a bunch of personalities, and they're going through a detox. So these are people like hospitals. These are people who are going through detoxes. These are people who are going through a lot of strife and struggle. Being in jail is hard. Being in a hospital is hard. You're going through strife and stress, but it's helping you to mature. What is it helping you to mature? Your emotions that have essentially got you there in the first place. Because Pisces are also susceptible to addictions, right? Of course, not just Pisces, but Pisces are definitely, that's why they rule those sort of type of institutions. So Saturn helps stabilize the negative attributes of Pisces by allowing that energy that likes to flow like this. This is Pisces. Pisces likes to do this. Saturn likes to do this. So Saturn is bringing that Pisces energy to, it's not to a complete halt, but it's just, it's chopped and screwed. You can say it's chopped and screwed, right? For those who understand that lingo, the chopped and screwed music, the slowed down music, that's what Saturn does to Pisces. So Pisces is doing this. Saturn comes and does this. Now it's going in slow motion. Now the Pisces can see more and can experience more because they're going in slow motion. Now they can detect things that they were passing because they were going so fast. So Saturn slows down Pisces just enough for Pisces to understand, yo, maybe I need to slow my ass down. Maybe I need to not extend my emotions, to all these things that don't deserve my emotions. Maybe I need to keep my emotions contained a little bit more instead of expressing them all over the world. So Saturn allows Pisces to slow down and hold their emotions in a little more instead of spreading it out like wildfire, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So Saturn and Pisces, that's Saturn and Pisces. All right. Let me see. Exactly, Oshun. Yeah, you're supposed to get out and fuck with the collective. Absolutely. So that's why I say it's not for us. It's not for us to avoid the energy. We must be amongst the energy and transmuting that energy. Not avoiding, transmuting and be amongst it. So you must be amongst and transmute. And that takes some time, but you can start to master that. So be amongst that energy and transmute it. And become like Saturn, become solid in any type of chaotic situation. You know what I mean? So it's just all about maturity. It's all about endurance. You know, can you stay firm in the midst of destruction? That's what it's all about. Have I ever talked about the Saturn return? No, I definitely have not talked about Saturn return. I don't really make too many astrology videos because when I was making the astrology videos, you know, people wasn't really checking for them. So that's why I didn't really make them. You know what I mean? Like I started to make, I was going through the zodiac. But then I'm like, yo, people not really into this, right? This is barely getting any views. So I just stopped talking about astrology in terms of topics. So that's why, so I know all about these things. I just haven't made a video because it just wasn't getting a view. So I just assumed people just are not into that aspect of astrology. So I never started making more videos about astrology, even though I talk about astrology all the time. All right. A lot of videos on YouTube are confused about Saturn and Pisces. Well, we already know Alpha Pigs. A lot of people don't. A lot of people they're just going off of what they heard. A lot of people are just reading a bunch of books, and they just don't have a personal experience, right? So my definition, that definition I just gave you about Saturn and Pisces, comes from me, right? That ain't something somebody else wrote. That came from within me. Because I understand what Saturn represents, I understand what Pisces represents, so I can bridge the gap myself with my own mind. I don't need somebody else to tell me that, but everybody doesn't have that ability, so they're just going off of, you know, what everybody else is saying, and they don't understand why they say that. So they, you know what I mean? But you got to have creativity in this world. You got to have creativity in this world. All right. Let me see if there's any more questions. You're definitely, you know, in your younger years, you will be depressed as a spiritual being because it's like you're in a world that doesn't resonate with you. So this is what I mean. So for all my spiritual people out there, I'm pretty sure most of you was depressed as children, as young teenagers, maybe even young adults, because of who you was or because of who you are, because of what you represent. However, as we get older, as we mature, as we deal with that Saturn teaches us how to endure these hardships of being amongst complete fucking idiots. That's what Saturn does. Saturn is like, okay, don't shoot the idiot in the head, shoot him in the leg. That's basically what Saturn don't you shoot this motherfucker, but don't kill him. Just harm him. You know, make him feel some pain, but don't end his life. All right, you know what I mean? Show mercy. Be still, you know, be a little bit more calm. So that's what Saturn, oh, this motherfucker mess with me, I'm gonna blast him. You know, hit him in the leg, hit him in the foot. He'll learn his lesson, or she'll learn her lesson. You know what I mean? We ain't got to take their whole life, because they can't come back from that. But they can come back from that leg wound. You know, smarter and more wise. Don't know what I shouldn't have been did that. I shouldn't have been doing that, right? So there you go. It's very, very uncomfortable, but also very beautiful. That is a perfect way of saying it. Very, very uncomfortable, but very beautiful. Let me see. King is asking a very weird question. Bro, a girl likes me a lot, but I don't feel her vibes. Should I engage in sexual acts with her still? Anyway. But I would suggest, I'm trying to be civil. I'm trying to be civil. I hope y'all understand. I have to water myself down. You know. I'm trying to be civil because I know I'm talking to a great audience. I'm talking to a lot of different people, so I can't respond like I'm just speaking to a bunch of hood people. So I gotta adjust. Like I said, English is my second language. I'm still learning. All I know is Ebonics. So, should you still engage in sexual acts with somebody you're not really feeling like that? All right. Let me just be honest, right? Let me turn this way. Let me be honest. The short answer is no. The short answer is no. But the long answer is yes. Huh? Blah, blah. Right? Like, what are you talking about, right? The short answer is no. The long answer is yes. The reason the short answer is no is, if she's really feeling you like that, then you have to be sure to utilize this energy properly. What do I mean? If you're not feeling her like that, then yeah, don't go inside this woman and make her, you know, even more emotionally attached to you. Because that's going to make her more emotionally attached. Is that something you really want? Because you already don't feel her like that. No, you don't want that. Because now that causes drama. A lot of people do this shit, idiots though. Oh, I'm going to fuck somebody I'm not feeling, and because I know that's going to get them more emotionally attached, but I don't feel them at all. You know? Then they wonder why they have problems. Because look at you know, you sow, you got to reap what you sow, right? But why is the long answer yes? The long answer is yes is because just because you don't feel her like that doesn't mean that she will not be an asset to your life. So let me be clear on that. Just because you may not feel her in that way does not mean that she will not be an aspect, not an aspect, an asset to your life. She can still be an asset to your life, just not sexually. So focus more on that. Focus more on how can she be of an asset to you, just not sexually. And if you can figure out how she can be an asset to you, non-sexually, then the sexual acts can come later on down the line once she has proven herself to be an asset to you, right? But you know, I'm gonna leave it there, you know, because this is like pimping 101. It's like the basics, but everybody doesn't know this stuff. And it ain't, I'm not, you know, I gotta really know who these people are. I'm not just gonna reveal information that could be potentially chaotic to people who may not use the information properly. So utilize this fucking information properly. Don't go out here harming and hurting people and hurting feelings and fucking your own life up. You know, thinking that you can do whatever you want. So be wise. Be wise. Be wise, King. Be wise. All right. What does it mean when a person has a weight issue? It just means they eat too much. That's all it is. If you stop eating, you stop gaining weight. Simple as that. That's all it is. They have no self-control when it comes to their eating. So when they feel bad, they eat. When they feel happy, they eat. When they feel they don't know how they feel, they eat. So when a person has a weight issue, they have used eating as a way to deal and cope with life. Their way of coping with the hardships of life is eating. So of course that manifests as a bunch of weight. So if a person has a weight issue is because that's how they cope with life, through their eating habits. Right? Why make somebody, or what makes someone gay? That's just the way they are. That's just like saying what makes someone straight. Like the same thing that makes people straight is the same thing that makes people gay. It's not, you know what I mean? It's very simple stuff. But people just in their fucking feelings so much, they hate gay people. They hate, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you don't blah blah blah. Just shoot these people. You know what I mean? Not literally. But get these people away, you know what I mean? Don't be amongst idiots. But anyway, let us continue, right? Let us continue. All right. Yeah, I don't know what JJ is talking about. Like, he's talking about Ryan Cooper. I don't know who that is. Or Copper. I have no idea what that is. Afro pick is funny. I want to gain my weight back, but I smoked so much through college, I think I left my body behind. Nah. That's just like me. Oh, I want to, like, let's just say, like, yo, I want to start bodybuilding, but I don't know if I got enough body weight. It's like, nah, everything is possible. So if you want to, you know, if Afro pick, you want to thicken out, you want to get your curves on point, that is very possible. You just have to shape and sculpt your body, right? That's why it's called bodybuilding. So you just are saying you want to build your body up, and you want to sculpt your body the way that you want it to be, which is very possible. It's a science to that. There's an art and science to bodybuilding, right? There's a science to it, right? There's rules and regulations that must be followed. So it's very possible. So don't worry about that Afro pick. If you want to sculpt your body out, do so. You know what I mean? Growing up in the underworld almost broke me as an empath. I can completely resonate with that, because, you know, that's what it does for us all. But truly, life is just a battlefield, and we are the soldiers on the field who are trying to endure the warship. And those of us who survive the war come back as teachers and guides for those who did not have to go to war, but they can still have the same skill set as those who did go to war. So therefore, even though they didn't go to war, they can still be warriors. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Let me see. Brianna, so meditating on your desires. I guess you're speaking about when I told my story. Yeah, basically just to go into further detail. The reason it worked is because, yeah, I was single pointed in my focus. I had no other desire. I wasn't thinking about money. I wasn't thinking about nothing else but being in California, specifically LA. I had no other desire. So it essentially wasn't that hard to manifest because I had my mind made up. It's a lot of us, it's hard to make our minds up about certain things because, you know, everyday things change, right? You may desire something one day and don't care about it a month from now, right? But I had no other desire, and I was under immense pressure. I'm like, yo, if I don't go to California, then I'm going to end up in a place that I don't want to be. Why? Because I was getting kicked out. Because I didn't want to go back to school, right? For those who don't know the story, right? That's the whole thing. I didn't want to go to school because I saw the racism in the school system, and I'm like, I don't want to be there because these motherfuckers are trying to destroy my spirit, and I see it on a subconscious level. Empath. I was able to detect the deception in the school system, so I'm like, I'm not going back, and you can't make me go back. So my mom's just like, all right, motherfucker, but you're not gonna be in my house. All right, you ain't gotta go, but you're not gonna be here. So I needed a way out. I'm like, all right, well, I don't really want to be here either. So California, and that's what it ended up being, right? That's what it ended up being. So I wasn't under it. So it wasn't really just at my leisure. I had to turn it on and keep it on and amplify it, because I had no other choice. It was like a life or death type of thing. So that's why it was like I was really immersed and getting the fuck on. And I had no other desire. So anything you put your mind to, you can achieve, right? We hear this all the time, but we got to be single pointed or single directed in our conscious. So what's going to happen if we reach to the year 2020? I already did a video about that, Michael. I did a whole video called 2020. I think I did that last week. I did that like last week. I already did a whole video about 2020. Just go back in the archives. I did a whole video about that. Derpy, I learn a lot every time I tune into your channel, and you're going to keep learning. You keep tuning in, you're going to keep learning, because we're going to be here every day. You know? So keep tuning in, you're going to keep learning, because again, this is infinite. Wisdom is infinite. Wisdom is infinite. So there's, you know, we can be here all day, every day. But you know, we respect everybody's time, so we just check in here and there, make sure everybody is good. Allow the family to check in with each other. You know what I mean? We have a little build, have a little lecture, then we keep going. All right. Let me see if there's any more questions before we check out. See, off grid is talking some craziness. Off grid is saying, so he's responding to the bro the bro who asked him should he fuck on a girl that he ain't feeling like that. Then his response is, bro, just clean yourself after you smash. That was my technique with females who gave me weird vibes. That was when I was 21. I just stay away from those people now. Put those clothes away, take a shower with the intention right after sex, then meditate on it. What the fuck? Is this what you motherfuckers are into? Is this what you motherfuckers do? Tell me how any of that makes sense. Bro, just cleanse yourself after you smash. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? That ain't no pimping, man. That ain't no... Anyway, all right. I guess you want to be a player. So it is what it is. You want to be a player, then be a player, man. Because that's what players do. Players, all they think about is fucking hoes. But no. They don't fuck hoes. They just fuck women, right? Because it's two different, you know, hoes are not the same. You know, it's a whole different caliber of woman, right? Anyway, so if y'all want to be on y'all player shit, then be on your player shit. It is what it is. I'm not gonna take that away from you, especially if you're young. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take that away from you. But eventually, once you mature, you can start to understand what I'm talking about. So give yourself some time to mature. But you know what I mean? That's crazy though. All right. I appreciate that, Derpy. Derpy likes to live videos. We're gonna keep going live. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep doing it. Astrology is definitely going mainstream. Mainstream astrology has a mainstream aspect to it. I'll say that. Yes, astrology has a mainstream aspect, but the real astrology is not going mainstream. You know, the real astrology is definitely will never go mainstream. The type of astrology I talk about, it's not going to be mainstream. I guarantee that. But all these other people probably. But the way I break it down, no, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, definitely real questions in real time. Absolutely. All right. Jasmine is asking, can you talk about using sexual energy as manifestation power and how? Absolutely. Now we're getting into the real deal, right? So, yes. Can you use sexual energy to manifest? Absolutely. This is called sex magic. This is called sex magic. Sex magic is the ability to keep an intention on your mind while engaging in a sexual act. So, well, you can do this alone, or you can do this with a partner. So instead of just your mind is just thinking about how good this shit feels, you think about the things that you are trying to put into motion, the things that you are trying to manifest, the things that you are trying to put into action while you are building up that sexual energy, right? So you want to build the energy, build the energy, build the energy, build the energy while keeping your thoughts focused on whatever it is that you're trying to bring into this world. Remember, all resources are already within us. So if we want to connect with outer resources, we have to connect with our inner resources. The best way to do that is to ignite that sexual force, that sex chakra, right? 2 inches below the belly button. So when you ignite those sexual energies, that creation, then that it heals your whole body. It circulates through your whole body, right? It starts to heal you. So it starts to make a way for those resources to materialize, right? So, sex magic. So that's the philosophy. This is the philosophy of sex magic. And this comes from, if you want a resource, I can give you a resource. It's a book called Sex Magic by Purcell Beverly Randolph. So just type in Google, Sex Magic Beverly Randolph. And it's a book, it was written in, I believe, the 19th century by the godfather of Western what is it, Western science or Western occultism. You know what I mean? So there you go. So read that book, because he is the originator. There was nobody writing about sex magic before he was the very first. So I'm taking you directly to the source if you truly want to understand sex magic. But you know, there you go. So there's your resource. So read up on that book. Okay. It will be tough as a teen in these times. I'm 36. No, not really. These teens are having fun. These teens are on social media turning the fuck up. These teens ain't got no problems in the world. So these teens are cool. So yeah, don't worry about the youth. The youth is good. Yeah, people thinking 30 is old. This is, you know, blah, blah, blah. Kill yourself. Oh, I'm old. I'm in my 30s. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know, I'm like, nah, you never get old. You just feel old because you get fatigued and your body starts to break down. But you got to keep yourself youthful. Keep yourself youthful. So it don't matter if you 50. I done seen some old motherfuckers look young and still do young shit, but old as fuck. So it's not about age. It's all about how you feel, and it's about your energy levels. Age does not matter. Age does not matter. Hopefully y'all can understand that. It's all about youthful energy, the fountain of youth. Find the fountain of youth. Whatever that is for you. For me, it may be hip-hop. For somebody else, it may be something else. It may be rock and roll. But you got to discover your fountain of youth. Mercury retrograde got you. Or we in Mercury retrograde? Mercury is in retro. I didn't even know. And that just goes to show, like, I'm not in tune with the actual placements like people may think I am. This just all come from internal. But if we in Mercury retrograde, then, you know, shout out to Mercury. Let me see. All right. Yeah, we definitely, you know, I'm definitely gonna keep blasting y'all with knowledge, cause some people be on some seriously weird shit. I don't know where that shit be coming from. You know what I mean? But we gonna correct it. We're gonna correct it. Let me see where we at with it. Any more questions before we check out? Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, shit, y'all. If y'all want, I try to stay away from the sexual talk and the street talk, but god damn it. What's up, the I'm? We can get into it. What's up, trust self? We can get into it. You know what I mean? Cause I know I went when I did that witchcraft video. I believe I did that like last year. When I did that witchcraft video, I just had motherfuckers just distraught. So I'm like, ever since I did that witchcraft video, I'm like, yo, this is, maybe I need to not put that on YouTube, right? But it is what it is. But let me see. Exactly. Off the grid, I'm a bodybuilder, weightlifter, boxer. You can mold your body more or less. Exactly. You have to shape and mold your body. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is an art to it. It's definitely an art. Let me see. All right, here we go, JJ. I don't know. See, I'm glad people like JJ exist, because it helps me to tap into the minds of the people. I'm like, god damn. So JJ is saying, if everything is an illusion, nothing really exists, and everything exists at the same time, I am you and you are me. We are the same thing, experiencing things through a different point. What's the point of it all? I just want everybody to observe what he's saying. And just, I'm not going to blame JJ, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming him. It's these fucking teachers out here who's misdirecting people. So when they come asking me questions, this shit don't make no sense. Like, wait a minute, man. So I'm not getting on you personally. Because again, I know with so much misinformation out here, you just may be a seeker of wisdom, and somebody's just giving you wrong information. So I'm not mad at you. But let's correct it, right? So let's answer the question. Essentially what he said, if everything is illusion, what's the fucking point? The point is for you to manifest separation. Is that a good way of saying it? Yes. Okay, yeah, we'll say it that way. Yes, we are all one. But we project our avatars into this separation realm. This realm of duality. Yes, we are all one, but we are projecting our avatar into this third density so that we see separation, so that our souls can grow. We are down here to grow our souls. That's why we're here, to grow and experience the soul. But a lot of people don't have a soul, right? I say that all the time. A lot of people don't have a soul, so they don't understand. Like, yeah, well, what are we doing here? I should just kill myself, suicide. No, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to reincarnate. Like, come on. You grow your soul so that you can ascend and you don't have to incarnate. You are down here to do soul work. That's why you're here, so that you can ascend and you don't have to keep reincarnating and forgetting your memory. You can retain your memory after death. That's why you're here. You are here to put in that work so you can retain your memory after death, so that you don't have to reincarnate and lose your memory every time over and over and over again. That's the point. But I know that may go over people's heads. That may hit directly where it needs to be hit. Favorite or preferred meditations? No, I don't have favorite or preferred. I be trying everything. I try everything, but most of the time I do inversion. My favorite, if I had a favorite, I would say inversion. Inversion is my favorite type of meditation. Inversion. All right. Let me see. Is tarot real? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we already know that tarot, y'all. So y'all already know about the tarot. I didn't broke down the tarot so thoroughly on this channel. You already know this shit is real. But again, we got some newbies in here, so they may not know. So yes, the tarot is real. Let me see. What's up, young Samsura? I know, I see you be checking in. You was in the video when I was up at 3 a.m. You know what I mean? Team no sleep, right? Team no sleep. Somebody put that shit in the comments. Put hashtag team no sleep. Because we definitely on our job. You know what I mean? For everybody who been keeping up, you know I've been making videos 1 in the morning, 12 in the morning, 3 in the morning. While still making these videos, while still going live on Facebook and Instagram, all this stuff. Somehow, right? All right. Let me see. Thanks for the knowledge, bro. No problem, Dragon OG. 305 Capricorn wants more sexual talk. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, see, G-Star saw that witchcraft video, so you already know. But yeah, we can talk about sex talk. What you want to know, 305 Capricorn? Just ask away. Ask whatever you want to ask, or whatever topic. You know what I mean? You just throw it out there. We can do it. Decided to do a 24-hour fast today at work on the day of Jupiter to test manifestation. My coworker ended up ordering Chinese foods and such. You still made it though, so appreciate it. I appreciate it, but salute to you. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna be faced with all adversity when you fast. It is a test of your willpower. So if you made it through, salute to you, because I know it was hard. I know it was hard. All right. Let me see. I'm far behind. But yeah, I'm catching up. Dragon OG is asking, so the soul doesn't start off complete and not in need of work? Okay, I guess basically what he's saying is the soul not already fulfilled, and is the soul already not complete? Yes, it is. But it just wants to have fun. See, life is not as serious as we make it. So yes, the soul is complete, the soul is pure, but the soul just wants to have fun. That's why we have to go beyond moralism. The soul may come down here. I know this. I know I'm going to get thumbs down because of this shit, but fuck it. We're going to tell the truth. Your soul may want to come down here and be a motherfucker that's just out running these streets, right? Listen, I'm trying to, hopefully y'all can read between the lines. Your soul may just want to come down here and fuck women and nothing else. My only purpose is to have sex with women, or to have sex with men, or whatever, to make money or whatever the fuck, right? The soul doesn't take none of this shit seriously. We take it seriously. The soul is like just kick back having fun. It's like watching a movie, right? That's how the soul is. If you want to understand the soul is like watching your life like a movie, like somebody in a movie theater. Your soul is in a movie theater watching your ass as the observer. The soul is that observer, so it is not affected by all of your human experience or any of your human experience. The soul is unaffected by your human experience. In terms of the soul becoming pure or unpure, the soul remains pure regardless of what we go through in the human experience. So the soul is forever pure regardless of what we may experience physically. So yes, the soul is complete. The soul is just watching a movie, eating popcorn, having fun. All right, let me pop in this movie. Let me pop in this movie. All right, this lifetime, I'm going to be a hoe. This lifetime, I'm going to be a career woman. This lifetime, I'm going to be a janitor. This lifetime, I'm going to be a celebrity. This lifetime, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. It all is just popping in movies, popping them out, popping them in, popping them out. That's just the way it is. It's not as serious as we make it. It's definitely not as serious as we make it. But the reason why we take our lifestyle seriously is so that we don't get too caught up into this vortex that we call the human experience. So it's not for us to get caught into it. We go through it. We don't get sucked into it. We go through it. We walk through this bitch. We don't stay here. We walking through it. All right. Let's see. So there you go. I appreciate that, Derpy. I appreciate that. What, Shiva1? Team No Sleep. I appreciate that. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all seen my video about not sleeping. What was it called? What is the video I was just talking about it last night? How to recalibrate your mind. Hopefully, because I talked about sleep deprivation in that video for those who didn't see it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, student teacher, Team No Sleep. You already know. That's how I gotta be though. That's how I gotta be. You gotta challenge yourself. If you truly want to have spiritual experiences, you don't just get to have spiritual experiences because you want to. You gotta sacrifice the necessary energy. So when you deprive yourself from sleep, you are essentially sacrificing the necessary energy to have a spiritual experience. There we go. What's up, Trey? Supreme Mathematics, explain, please. Well, you want me to explain the history or the? We can just go through the numbers, right? Why not? We can go through this real fast. Supreme Mathematics. You got numbers 1 through 0. Number 1 is knowledge. Number 2 is wisdom. Number 3 is understanding. Number 4 is culture. Number 5 is power. Number 6 is equality. Number 7 is God. Number 8 is build or destroy. Number 9 is build, not build, but born. Number 0 is cipher. So you got 1 through 0. They all represent principles. Knowledge is a principle. Wisdom is a principle. Understanding is a principle. Culture is a principle. Power is a principle. Equality is a principle. God is a principle. Build or destroy are principles. Born is a principle. Cipher is a principle. So each number resonates with a certain principle. So when you focus on the numbers, they are embodying certain principles. So for today, for example, it is the 16th day of August. So that you got that 1, which is knowledge. You got that 6, which is equality. When you add 1 plus 6, you get 7, which is a number of God. So how do you put that all together? Knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is being able to intake information, being able to observe and absorb information. Number 6 is equality, which is basically setting into motion law and order. So the knowledge to set in motion law and order, that's equality. So you need knowledge to set in motion rule and regulation in your cipher. And that's what makes you a divine being. That's what makes you God, because God is able to set in motion law and order, rules and regulations in their own cipher for their benefit, which requires you to have knowledge of self. Knowledge of self allows you to set in motion law and order in your atmosphere, which makes you a divine being, because now you are living by your own principles that you embody. You are embodying the principle of knowledge. You are embodying the principle of equality, and you are embodying the principle of God, which is having awareness of your celestial influences. Right? There we go. So that's supreme mathematics. That's all the numbers. That's how you can put it together. You know, I don't think I actually did a video directly on supreme mathematics, but I'm always speaking about supreme mathematics. So there you go. So just to give you a quick layout to how all that works. And I know that, you know, I probably went through that real fast, but if y'all want further insight, y'all just let me know. Just ask a question, I can give you further insight. All right. Off grid, I'm good at seducing people with my words. So you got the golden tongue, off grid. Off grid says he or she has a golden tongue. All right, we're gonna see. If you good at seducing people with your words, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure out a way for people to call in. I'm gonna figure out a way for people to call in while I'm live streaming, so we can hear some of y'all motherfuckers' voice. Cause some of y'all be talking a lot of shit. Y'all be talking a lot of shit. Off grid has a golden tongue. Let's hear that golden tongue. So I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna figure everything out behind the scenes, and we're gonna see who got that golden tongue. We're gonna see who got that golden tongue. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see. Cause show and prove. I definitely want you to show and prove that golden tongue. All right. Moon Spirit team, no sleep. Yeah, definitely. I know you mean that, Moon Spirit. Moon Spirit definitely is one of the only people that's like in every fucking video. You know, you hear me shout out Moon Spirit in damn near every video. So Moon Spirit is definitely team no sleep. I know that. I know Moon Spirit truly means that, because I see her on damn near every video. Pretty much every video she's in tune. So you much love to Moon Spirit, and you've been rocking with me for like a whole year. Even longer than that. So much appreciation to Moon Spirit. I know she been rocking with us for a while. You know what I mean? Shout out to the elder. All right. What does it really mean to sell your soul? I hear a different answer from almost everyone, because it's a phrase that someone heard, and it's like it really doesn't mean what people think it means, because you can't sell your soul. How would you sell your soul? You can sell your spirit. See, this is my perspective. You don't sell your soul. You sell your spirit. You sell your energy. You sell your energy so that you can get paid. You sell your energy so that you can, you know, do the things you want. So we are selling our energy. But your soul, how would you even sell your soul? We are selling energy, exchanging time for money. Yes, we're doing that. So, let me see. So you can sell your spirit. You can sell your spirit, but your soul, you know, I don't even think it's possible to sell your soul. But it's just religious talk. That God and devil shit. That's all it is. Let me see. Get some food out to stay hydrated. You know. I may be fasting, MC Fly. So, you know. You never really know what's going on behind the scenes. All right. So any more questions? Let's see. Dragon OG, thanks bro. Check your Cash App later. So Dragon OG, oh yeah, Dragon, you already know, man. Dragon OG definitely put his money where his mouth is. So and he's been doing it for a while too. So Dragon OG is definitely, one of the originators. I appreciate you greatly, Dragon OG. Anybody who's putting their money where their mouth is, because they understand, just because this is YouTube, it's like we still putting in work. You know what I mean? It ain't for people just to absorb the energy and not give back. We got to get that even. We got to keep the energy circulating. You know what I mean? And I do the same. I'll be giving motherfuckers super chats too. For y'all who make, like, I'll be giving people super chat, like the people I watch on YouTube. I'll be giving super chats and all that. Because I understand, like, the people that I really respect, You know what I mean? I put my money where my mouth is too. So we got to keep the energy flowing. All right. Yeah, I do have a Google Voice number, but I just need to figure out what I need to figure out is how to I don't know if I can use Google Voice and still be on YouTube. You know how you may click I click on it then, but I may be able to actually dual screen it. So I may actually be able to do that. So that's a good idea because I do already have Google Voice. So I may just have to do a split screen and have the Google Voice on one side, and I'm not even sure if I can do that though. But if I can do that, then yeah, I want some of y'all to call in. I'm not gonna do it on this live stream, but I'll let y'all know ahead of time. So we're gonna let some people call in so they can talk their shit. We're gonna see who can battle with the warrior. You know what I mean? Well, however y'all want to do it. So we can definitely get that popping off to give the live streams a little more dynamic energy. You know what I mean? So y'all can hear people's voices. You know, look past these pictures, and y'all can feel this energy. You already know. So yeah, we can work on that. So I'm gonna definitely, if I can do that, if I can get the Google Voice, or I guess another app, whatever, if I can get the Google Voice and still be doing a live stream, then yeah, we're gonna definitely, you know, I want to hear y'all voices so we can have those real conversations. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take the live stream to a whole nother level. So that's a good idea. You know, I've been wanting to do that. I just been trying to figure out how to actually do it with the phone. Like you can do it with the you know, laptops and the computers, but I'm just trying to learn how to do everything mobilely. So we're gonna definitely get that popping. So definitely, if I can figure that out, we're gonna definitely. What is it? It's Thursday, so by next week, I should be able to, you know, if y'all want to call in, you know, and build for a second, y'all just want to have that real conversation, then we can definitely do that. What's up, Nisi? All right. Love you too, Moon Spirit. You already know. Much love, much respect, much honor. You know, you already know. You know, I really mean that. So I think I got everybody's question. So in the meantime, before we get up out of here, y'all already know. Before we get up out of here, so I mean, if y'all really want me to talk, if y'all want me to go back to that hardcore, we can go back to the hardcore. I've been trying to tone everything down because, you know, I don't really want to make people uncomfortable, and I understand everybody doesn't come from that lifestyle. Everybody doesn't understand street lingo and, you know, pimping and all that. So it's like I don't want to speak and people not understand what's being said. So I try to use all this metaphysical, spiritual lingo, you know, just to you know, keep people in tune. But you know, we can definitely take it there. We can definitely take it there, y'all. You know, more dark shit. You already know. Motherfucking dark beans. I already know. You motherfucking, what is it? Sith Lords. So who's the Sith Lords? Because for whatever reason, so for all my dark beans, who are the dark beans? Y'all let yourselves be known. Where's the Sith Lords? The ones who's mastering the dark. Because we can talk about that dark. And y'all already know I done made so many videos on that, so we can talk about that dark. So if you a Sith Lord, let me see. Let me see how should I do this? So all my Sith Lords, just put hashtag Sith Lord. There you go. Put hashtag Sith Lord. If you all about that dark shit, put hashtag Sith Lord. Because that's probably, I probably want to start with y'all. So if anybody who is a Sith Lord, type in hashtag Sith Lord, and you would definitely be some of the people that that can call in. You know, we can chop it up. We can chop it up. You know, we can talk about the dark world, the underworld, all that. All right. Exactly. 305 does not want to come back for any more experience. She's done with this earth, and I am in full agreement. You know what I mean? We need to get the, you know, do what we got to do, then get the fuck out of here. What's a Sith Lord? Oh, I guess, you know, it's Star Wars. It's like basically the dark side in the Star Wars movie. It's the dark side. You know what I mean? But for those who understand, Afro, I don't think I'm a dark being. I just like dark shit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not really talking about people who just dark period, but people who are interested in the underworld, the dark side, hashtag Sith Lord. You know what I mean? People who are brave enough to get on, to have a conversation. If you're brave enough to have a conversation, hashtag Sith Lord. So I'll definitely be looking out for you. I'll do it ahead of time. So this is what I'll do. So we can start making plans. So definitely by next week, I should have this figured out. So by next week, I should have this figured out to where, you know, people can call in and we can hear people's voices and all that. I don't know. I may need to hook up the Bluetooth. I'm not sure if the sound is going to be loud enough, so I'm going to be sure to hook up the Bluetooth and all that. So I might need to bring like an extra battery. I have an extra battery because of course this will be using up more power, you know, than just on live stream. So if you're brave enough to have a conversation, you know, definitely hashtag Sith Lord. So by next week, then I would start pre-scheduling my live streams. So by next week, I would start pre-scheduling my live streams, the ones that people can call in. So I would probably title it something that call in. It'll be like call in. So I'll probably like schedule it 24 hours in advance. So maybe Monday. So like Sunday, I'll have Monday's video already, you know, it'll already be in your feed, your live feed. You know, okay, you're going to go online tomorrow at this time, whatever. So if you're able to make the live stream, yeah, we can, you know, I definitely want to hear y'all, because I know some of these comments be sounding crazy. I want to hear how y'all sound. Definitely the men and the women, you know what I mean? Definitely chop it up. All right. Yeah, Capricorn is definitely a dark energy as it is. So G-Star, I see you, G-Star off grid. Who else is the Sith Lord? Trust self. Curtis is asking, where did baby Goku come from? He came from planet Vegeta. That's where he came from, right? From his father and his mother. From planet Vegeta. That was weird. But I haven't had an answer for that though. So I know that. I know where the fuck Goku comes from. Oshun, hardcore. I missed a lot catching up. Hit us with the dark shit. All right, so yeah, Oshun. You know, so definitely starting next week. So starting next week, I'm gonna figure out a way to have people call in, and we can chop it up. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all, we can talk about the most destructive shit ever, as well as the lightest, cuddly shit ever. You know, it's all about what y'all want. You know what I mean? I'm here to serve. I give y'all what y'all want. If y'all want that hardcore, we can do that hardcore. That skull talk. That's what I call it. Y'all want that skull talk? There you go. Hashtag skull talk. SKULL talk. Hashtag skull talk. If y'all want that skull talk, then we can. There we go. See, it's coming to me in real time. So that's what we'll call it. We'll call it that. So whenever y'all see skull talk, then you know it's time to call in. It's time to have those conversations. Skull talk. There we go. We in the moment. Skull talk. Hashtag skull talk. If y'all want that shit, we got it. Starting next week, we're gonna start skull talk. There you go. So you know we're gonna see who's really about that shit. Cause if y'all really about that shit, y'all should be able to spit it. You know what I mean? Show and prove who and what you are. Get from behind them goddamn pictures. Let your voice be heard. So starting next week. So about Monday. So I'm gonna schedule it for Monday. Maybe Monday around maybe I guess the earlier the better, or the later the better. Y'all just let me know. Because I know everybody's on a different schedule. You know, everybody doesn't catch every video. Everybody doesn't catch every live stream. So, you know, I guess a good time maybe be noon. Noon on the West Coast time. I guess 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Maybe a little bit earlier. It all depends, you know. I'll figure it out. So I'll do some test runs. So next week I'll do some test runs. I'll see what times work better. You know, we'll figure all this out. So score talk. Hashtag score talk. Y'all want the score talk? Hashtag score talk. We getting it in. All right. Student teacher lived that life from 16 to 29. That's it. You know what I mean? I want to hear that. We want to hear about that student teacher. We want to hear about that lifestyle. Just let people know where you came from and where you are now. Like, yeah, I didn't came from, you know, the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? So there's, you know, we can get that in. So if y'all feeling that hashtag score talking, y'all can leave that. Don't just worry about here. Leave that on the Facebook, leave that on the Instagram, leave that on the Twitter, leave it in the YouTube comments. You know what I mean? Make that shit circulate. Hashtag score talk. There it is. And we going beyond life and death with that. All right. See Afro Pick talking about she ain't brave enough. What you scared of? What y'all scared of? What's up, Ebony Hooper? You want to hear it too? So I'm gonna do it Monday. Monday will be that. I'm gonna take this weekend. I'm gonna take the weekend and figure it out. I'm gonna still be doing the live streams on the weekend, right? So don't worry about that. We still doing the live streams, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out over the weekend. I'm gonna figure out what apps I need to download and how I need to do it. I'll have it all figured out by the weekend. So come Monday. Maybe I guess like noon on the West Coast, so that's 3 a.m. That's 3 p.m. on the East Coast. That's maybe a good time, but maybe a little bit earlier. So definitely check out for that. So if anybody brave enough to call in and have that conversation, we can definitely get it popping. But yeah, don't you know what I mean? Don't cower out now. So y'all be talking a lot of shit in these comments. I want to hear it. I want to hear this shit talking in real time. Y'all be talking a lot of shit in these comments. All right? Ebony loves when I go dark. I love it too. I'll be trying to calm it down. But you know, yeah, we can go back. We can go right back to the bullshit. Free conference call. For the calls, big bro. What is that? Trust Self free conference call for a calm. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll look that up. Free conference call. I don't know, is it .com or for com? I'm not sure, but I appreciate that. Trust Self. I'll figure it out. Whatever I gotta do, I will figure it out. So come Monday, we have everything in order. We have everything in order by Monday. So y'all definitely stay tuned for that dark shit. You know what I mean? Y'all already know. Definitely, you know what I mean? Marvin and Magi Skull Talk. DC McFly. Not DC, sorry. Trippin'. MC Fly. Skull, I see it. Alright, fuck it then. Dragon OG. Oh, you already know. I already know Cali is with the shit. Cali is really with the shit. Y'all with the shit, son. Y'all with it. If y'all with it, then I'm with it. If y'all with it, I'm with it. So alright. We're gonna get it done then. We're gonna get it done. So Chuck, I'm gonna give y'all my word. So definitely Monday. So we taking this live stream shit to the next level. We taking it to the next level so that y'all can actually we can build one-on-one, so it can add another dynamic to the live stream. Why not? So get your questions ready though. You know what I mean? So we'll chop it up, but make sure get your questions ready, or whatever topic that you wanna speak on. So make sure you're prepared. Don't just call in like, yo, what do you want to talk about? No. Have your topics and your questions already pre-planned, so when we hit the jack, then we can go straight into the build. You know. There we go. There it is. Prime Ascension. Everybody want that skull talk, right? All right. Yeah, or lack of picture. Yeah. All these. Yeah, I see all these faces, all these body parts. But we want to hear these voices. You know what I mean? I know the men want to hear the women want to hear the men. You know what I mean? We want to hear the goddesses, we want to hear the god bodies. You know what I mean? We want to hear the voices of the gods and the goddesses, right? The empress and the emperors. Where y'all at? You know, we want to hear that power in y'all voice. We want to hear that sexy talk. All right. Yeah, we want to hear it. We're gonna see who's real, because you can tell from the voice. You know what I mean? We gonna see who's about that life. All right. Trey is ready, so definitely, you know what I mean? So after this weekend, we're gonna get into it. Trust Self is about to join the Facebook group. Definitely. You know what I mean? I'll add you, right? The only way you join in the Facebook group, I have to add you. So it ain't just anybody get that. If I don't add you, you ain't going in. So I have to add everybody else. So I'm checking all profiles. I'm making sure you're a real motherfucker. So I have, you know, so definitely, if you want to join a Facebook group, definitely the link is in the description. Okay, so freeconferencecall.com. All right, I got it. Moon Spirit want that skull talk? Well, we got to do it. If Moon Spirit want it, we got to do it. If the elders is requesting, we got to do it. We got to do it. See, we got to do it. We here to serve. We got to do it. We got to do it. So starting next week, we gonna get that in. We're gonna get that in. All right. What is the soul made out of? Made out of? How was it made? Well, that's a brilliant question. Great question. Great question. What is the soul made out of, and how was it made? The only information that really talks about the soul is Gnosticism. That's why I speak so much about Gnosticism, because all these other religions talk about the spirit, but they don't really talk about the soul. So most people don't know about the soul. So I understand why you're asking that question, because the soul is not really spoken upon unless you study Gnosticism, right? So again, your soul is the aspect of yourself that remains pure. So your body goes through its changes and phases, but the soul is essentially your original signature. Your soul is your original signature. Where does that come from? It comes from the celestial plane, the stars. We are star beings. That's where we come from. We come from the stars. So the soul is actually, it predates time. The soul predates time. The soul is timeless. The soul, the soul was never made. You can say the soul has always existed, and the soul will always exist. That is the only thing that truly exists, is the soul. The soul predates creation. That's what the soul is. So the soul predates creation. The creation that we see, the soul predates this. And the soul is actually timeless. The soul has always been in existence. There is no like year zero. The soul was created in year zero. No, there was. Time is an illusion. We know that time is an illusion. So the soul predates time. Hopefully that makes sense, because I know that's a brilliant concept. I need to do a whole video about the soul. But I did a video called The Dynamics of the Soul. So I actually did. You see, I be doing so many videos. I'm like, yo, I did a video called The Dynamics of the Soul, I believe last week. The Dynamics of the Soul. I did that last week. So for anybody who want to know about the soul, watch that video. The Dynamics of the Soul. I did that last week, so it should be within the recent videos. All right. With Zoom.com, you can see faces live. Oh, if y'all want to see it, like, I'm already showing my face. I was trying to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. But yo, y'all want to show, if y'all want to show y'all face, then fuck it. Cause I believe you can do that anyway on Instagram. I believe you can like add anybody to your Instagram chat, but I don't think you can do this on YouTube. So, and I'm not sure, cause I know, yeah, I don't do, I gotta figure it out. But we can start with the phone calls, right? We start with the phone calls. If everything go good, then we can, people can start showing their faces. So we start with the phone calls though. I'm covering the mic. Hold on. Can you hear me better now? Can y'all hear me better now? All right. Afro Pig just rather smoke a blunt with y'all in person, honestly. Yeah, I see Afro Pig is trying to navigate. He's trying to navigate in the shadows now. No, we gonna, I think once people see how it goes, you won't be nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. Unless I make you nervous. I understand if I make you nervous, but there's no reason to be nervous. If anybody wanna call in when we do that, we accepting all calls. It is what it is. Yeah, no beginning, no ending. You already know. All right. Trust self. I am shy. Well, it's just your voice. So don't worry about that. Don't worry, you're just sharing your voice. So don't worry about that. So don't worry about the face for now. So for all my shy people out there, this is a great opportunity to conquer your fear. Will you conquer your fear? That is the true question. It's not about whether you're shy or not. Will you conquer your fear? Right? Will you conquer your fear? Right? Can you conquer your fear? Right? This is just me provoking you. You know, like animals, this is just me provoking you. Can you conquer your fear? Yeah, it's probably my hand. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, because I'm touching the screen, so I probably am touching the mic. So I apologize for the sound interruptions if there was any. Oh yeah, okay. So I apologize because yeah, I was probably covering up the mic. I actually was covering up the mic. I apologize for that. Sorry. We're good now. Let me see. But yeah, you know, at some point everybody has to meet up. I'm with that. I definitely am weak. I am with, you know, meeting up. Everybody, you know, we all come together and fucking conduct rituals. So this is the thing. See, I'm not. Let me just be real. You know, I'm not just really into meeting people just for the sake of meeting people. Like, oh, like let's meet up. What is the plan though? You just want to shake hands? Yeah, let's just shake hands and take pictures. Oh, let's. You see, this is Vegas, right? Vegas got these big ass fields where you can conduct a whole goddamn ritual. You can conduct a whole goddamn ritual, but people just trying to shake hands and take pictures. Like, what y'all really into? You know what I mean? We can be a small force putting in real work if y'all really about that life. Which y'all say y'all are, y'all Sith Lords. If y'all really about that life, it don't take many people. We don't need 100 people. We don't even need 50 people. You just need a small group of people putting in that work. All right. Trey says, no, you're wrong again. The soul is a cell from the source. Well, you said I'm wrong again. When was I wrong the first time? And to say that the soul is a cell from the source, then you have to identify what the source is. And that doesn't, what you're saying and what I'm saying does not contradict each other. You know, but maybe you don't see it. Maybe you don't see it. What I said and what you said doesn't contradict. Right? But for whatever reason, you want to be smarter. So Trey wants to be smarter. Right? So I'll give you that. Well, I want you to call in. Since you got the divine knowledge, I want you to be the first person to call in Monday and you teach us. Since I'm wrong, teach us. Correct us. Show forth your courage and your bravery. I will give you the platform, but you got to show the fuck up, and you teach us. Prove me wrong, and prove the ancestors wrong, because that's where I'm getting the information. I'm not making this shit up myself. I didn't just make that up in my mind. That is a ancient thought of the soul. So if you saying I'm wrong, then you're saying the ancestors are wrong, which is fine, if that's what you believe. But show and prove. So I want you to call in Monday and you teach us for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, you prepare an hour-long lecture, a 2-hour-long lecture, and you teach us about the soul. I will give you the platform to do so. And you show and prove. Show and prove, Trey. Show and prove, and I will give you the platform. All right. Do I know anything about the constellation, specifically Boots? What is it, Booties? Bootes? I guess that's how you say it. But I'm not familiar with that particular constellation. But yes, I am familiar with the constellation. So hold on. I know I may be covering up the mic. I caught myself this time. Because I put my hand here. See that? So I put my hand here, so I'm strolling. So let me actually switch hands. Let me switch hands. So I don't do that. So I'm using my see, that's why I didn't use this. See, if I use this hand, then you see my thumb. So I would use my other hand. But it's covering up the mic, so let me actually do it like this. Let me, so I can do it. So we don't want to mess that up. All right. So yeah. So yeah, you know, y'all ready for an hour to 2 hour lecture to learn about the soul from Trey Trey? Trey Trey got that wisdom. If you got the wisdom, I will give you the platform because I'm a student as well. That's what I'm saying. If you got that heat, then teach us. I will give you the platform. If you got that heat, then teach us. But if you ain't willing to do that, then remain seated. You know, remain seated if you're not willing to put that work in. All right. No. I don't. No more comments. Teach, Trey. Teach. I don't care about these little comments. That's not enough. Present information that's holistic. You got till Monday. You got the whole weekend to prepare. Because if you want to teach us, if you want to correct me, then correct me, but do it in front of the people so that it ain't about me and you. You can teach the whole audience and all the people that will watch, you know, after the recording is done. So fuck all these comments. I will give you the platform to come and you share what you feel you know and prove me wrong. I will give you the platform. You can be the first one to call in. That'll be Monday. You can call in, do a whole lecture on the soul. A whole hour, because that's normally how long my videos are anyway. Do a whole hour. Just teach us about the soul. Since I'm wrong, I will give you the platform. And I'm very serious. Hopefully you're just as serious and you're not just speaking. Put your money where your mouth is, right? Put your money where your mouth is. All right. You plan on meeting up and get a reading? You got to get those funds together? Yeah, definitely. Work with the energy of Venus. Anybody who's trying to get their funds up, Cleem, K-L-E-E-M, doing the hour of Venus also on Fridays. Tomorrow's Friday. You should be chanting Cleem all day Friday and also doing the hours of Venus. If you don't know what an hour of Venus is, download the app called Planetary Hours. Put in that spiritual work so that you can receive your blessings. Receive your blessings because you have put that work in, right? So there you go. So I'm giving y'all the secrets, but y'all gotta apply it. Y'all gotta apply it. All right, here we go. Let me see. Do you have any stories of your experience in the underworld? I sure do. Yeah, plenty of stories in the underworld. Plenty of stories. Scary ass shit. Like, there's one time, like, I was sleeping outside because I just did the 50-day homeless challenge a couple weeks back. You know, I did the homeless 50-day challenge. It was one of these days. It's like I was sleeping. I think I don't know. I was some fucking where, and I woke up, but I was still sleeping. I woke up, but I was still dreaming. So I woke up within the dream, and it's like I was in this dark ass place with creatures. It looked like creatures from Resident Evil. For those who have ever played a Resident Evil game, it was like I was in this realm of creatures, and it's like they was trying to bring me into the underworld. It's like these creatures that look like spiders, but like human zombies, but they crawling around like spiders. And they was grabbing me, and they was like pulling me back into their world. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then it's like I heard my mother's voice. She called me, like, by my nickname. She called, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I snapped out of it, got free, and I woke the fuck up. I'm like, the fuck was that? So yeah, the underworld, definitely. I woke up in that shit. Motherfucker was trying to get my ass. But I'm not even saying it's a negative experience, because I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the underworld. But I had to snap out of it, right? There we go. Let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, Trey is folding up. Now you're saying it's to each his own. Why you folding up? Don't say to each his own after you done said, no, you're wrong again. Meaning you said, I'm wrong 2 times. So you basically saying that I'm lying. You're saying that I'm wrong, I'm lying to the people. I'm just making this shit up. Then when I ask you to present the correct information, now you say to each his own. You gotta be real. If you're not willing to make the necessary correction, then why say you're wrong? I say you wrong. Correct the wrongness. But you know, we'll just leave that alone. I'm just letting y'all know, if I'm willing to give you a platform, if you feel like you know some shit, then teach the people. You know, it is what it is. We'll fall back off the trade. We'll fall back. You know what I mean? There we go. But yeah, I'm not familiar with that constellation. Bowotes. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I'm definitely not familiar with that. Like, I don't know all things, so I'm just letting you know. Like, I don't know. I'm still a student as well. I know a couple things. Know a couple things here and there, but I don't know all things. Okay. Curtis wants a platform. What you got for the people, Curtis? If you want a what you got for the people? What you want to bring to the table? Because I give you the platform. You come with the heat. I'm not gonna let the heat stay in the underworld. If you got the heat, I'll give you the platform. So you got, you know, what kind of heat you got? Let me see. Where we at with it? No reading today. Well, no, I'm not even at the spot. Like, all my tarot cards at the spot. So no, we're not gonna do a reading today. But we definitely, you know, it ain't nothing to do with reading either though. It is what it is. You know, we got access to it. All right. How do I message you on YouTube? Yeah, well, YouTube took away the messaging system. You used to be able to message on YouTube, but it was just so knocky, whatever that word is. It wasn't operating properly. So you can't message on YouTube anymore. So if you want to contact me, then you will have to contact me through my email, which is asharenu.com, which is also in the description of this video and every other video. So if you want to contact me through the email, because you're not able to message on YouTube any longer. All right. What do you got to say, Trey? I gave you the platform. You folded up. I'm disappointed. That's what I mean. You see, motherfucker was talking mad shit, telling me I'm wrong, which is fine. I'm like, all right, cool. Prove your point. That's what I mean. Fuck me. Fuck how I feel about it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Prove your point, though. Prove that I'm wrong, but then you fold up. So what was the point of saying anything if you're not going to prove? You're just going to type in the comments when I give you a platform like, yo, don't just say I'm wrong. Teach a course about the soul, since you just know so much about it. I give you the platform, then you fold up. I don't know what that's about. But this is why I want to talk to y'all. Motherfuckers be getting crazy in these comment sections, but we're gonna see who's real. We're gonna see who's real. Oh yeah, okay. Let me see. Well, that's dope. I was on probation, smoked weed, and accept the fact that I had to do some jail time. Then the judge let you go early. See, that's what it's all about. Keep your heart as light as a feather. If you're gonna do your dirt, don't feel guilty about it. If you're gonna do what you're gonna, just do what you're gonna do. Don't feel guilty about it, because that causes more strife than necessary. Right? So if you're gonna do your dirt, you know what I mean, keep your heart as light as a feather. So that's good advice. BBLIXIAA, however you say that. I see it's a lot of astrology students in here. Lower X, you know, talking about the constellations, the lunar mansion, the 13th lunar mansion. See, Lower X needs to teach about that. What you know about those lunar mansions? You know what I mean? All right. Oh man, Diamond Dawn. He had an experience where a bird resembling Thoth was trying to attack you. Oh shit, that may have been Thoth trying to get your attention. Actually, a bird resembling Thoth was trying to attack me. That may have been his way of getting your attention, instead of trying to, like, you know, harm you. I think that was Thoth trying to get your attention. You know, you may want to, you know, you may want to work with Thoth. That may have been him trying to get your attention versus trying to attack you. Just my opinion. Let me see. All right. Okay. 305 Capricorn. This live was too lit tonight. I can't stop laughing. It is what it is. That's what I'm saying. How do you give somebody a platform and they fold up? I don't know. But this is why I do what I do. This is why I want to speak to the people. Like, let's see who's who. Let's see who's who, right? So we definitely gonna get those phone calls in order next week. So next week we gonna figure it out. If there's any way to do it possible, I will figure it out. You know, I'm gonna do my Googles and all that. I'm gonna figure it out, and we gonna see who's real. We gonna see who's real, right? All right. No, I never meant any disrespect. I just meditating things come to me. I apologize. What are you apologizing for? All I'm saying is teach. Don't apologize. Teach. And I don't take it as disrespect. That's why I'm offering you a platform. If I took it as disrespect, I would have just blocked you and you would have been out of the live stream. But I'm not doing that. I'm like, yo, if you really know some shit, then teach. I'm offering you a platform. So I don't take it in disrespect. But when you fold up, and it's like, it's hard to respect that after you didn't talk your shit. You was popping your guns, but when it's time to go to war, you put the spear down. Keep that. What do they say nowadays? Keep that same energy. That's today's terms, right? Keep that same fucking energy. Don't be big badass in the comments. Then when I offer a platform, you fold up. You know what I mean? Why gotta be big badass? Just you know, be humble. Like you know, be humble if you don't know, or if you don't know enough. You may know, but you may not know enough. But you may know it, but you don't want to share it. But this is what I mean. Like, it be motherfuckers that be knowing shit, but they like, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I meditate and things come to me. As if you the only motherfucker that's doing this. You're not. But you know that already, right? You already know that. All right. Nasir, I just watched your video on recalibrating your mind. Will it be more effective to change your life by fasting and not sleeping at the same time for days? You know, it's the way how you choose to piece these things together is up to you. But if you're trying to practice polyphasic sleep, because that's essentially what I'm recommending, like, if you're not ready to go no sleep at all, polyphasic sleeping. So if you want to combine polyphasic sleeping with fasting, then by all means, you know what I mean? By all means, see if it works for you. But I know it's levels to it. So, you know, even though I be giving out the information, I know like it's levels to it. I don't expect anybody to jump into it overnight. Trey, okay, let's go. What do you mean, let's go? What do you mean? You got tired of me. You got tired of me punching on your chest. Yeah, I figured. Create an hour-long lecture about the soul, and you can present it Monday in front of the whole audience. So prepare. Do you accept? That's all I want to know. Do you accept an hour-long lecture about the soul, the origins, the source, how it's used, all that nice fancy stuff, all the stuff that you claim you know anyway? Right? Bring your claims to light and teach the people. Teach the people. Do you accept the challenge? That's all I want to know. Do you accept the challenge? All right. Who do you recognize as the god of the wilderness, forest, etc. There's many. It's not just one. It depends on what tradition you study. But just off top, you know, I definitely would say if you're into the wilderness and forest, then I would recommend Celtic or Norse mythology. And those guys like Odin, guys like Thor, like those type of deities, like Odin, Thor, you know, what is it, Freya, Odin, Thor, Freya, so on and so forth. So the wilderness, of course, the fairy kingdom, tap into the fairy kingdom, the Celtic tradition, and the Norse mythology. But I would definitely say, you know, just the wilderness and the forest, that's definitely Norse mythology. So like, yeah, Odin, you know, Odin and those type of deities. All right. Student teacher, always down to learn, no limitations, and I'm 40, let's get it. Shout out to you. You definitely a student teacher. See, I respect that. I respect somebody who's 40 and they name themselves student teacher, because, you know, that means that they come in humble spirits. In other words, they humble themselves to nature, then they convey the things that has been conveyed to them. So I can respect the humbleness from student teacher, you know, even though they are an elder as well. All right. Afro Pick, she said her prime is going to be when she's 60. You know, I don't disagree with that, because I didn't see some 60-year-olds still fucking. You know what I mean? Young and old motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? The hood is wild. Just know, the hood is wild. You see all types of shit. We're definitely a community. Definitely a community. Always. All right. Hey man, you may need another device to work from. Get a burnout number that we can call, and we can interact with each other. We can work from topic and just build from that. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, Diamond Don. I'm gonna figure out how to piece all this together. So over the weekend, I'm gonna, you know, yeah, I may need a second device. I may not. So I'm gonna definitely figure out the materials I need, and we're gonna definitely make this happen. We're gonna definitely make it happen. So definitely look forward to that. You know, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that this happens. All right. Accept the challenge and growth will come. I totally agree with that. Totally. Skull talk, y'all already know. We definitely start next week. We're gonna get deep into the skull talk. Absolutely. So we're gonna finish up these last couple days. You know, with these humble spirits and all that. But we definitely, you know, it's whole nother vibe starting next week. Whole nother vibe. All right. The prime extension. I keep absorbing lunar energy, and my energy is raising a lot. Sometimes weird things occur when I'm around people. It's weird. No, it's not weird. Lunar energy is very, very formless. It can take on very, very strange and mysterious forms. That's the essence of lunar energy. That's what's supposed to happen around lunar energy. Trust me, you know. That's why around the full moon, when the moon is at its fullest, people are losing their minds. I guarantee, on a full moon, go out to where people go to party and club and do all that, wherever, you know, downtown in your city, and just watch the madness. Watch the madness for yourself. So definitely, that lunar energy brings that weirdness and that strangeness and that mysticism. So definitely. Exactly, you know, definitely being an elder is absolutely beautiful. I totally agree with that. Yeah, exactly, the green man, exactly. The green man is like, yeah, if you talk about the ruler of the forest, the green man, you are absolutely right. Lower X, you are absolutely right. The green man, you are absolutely right. Absolutely. That's absolutely right. See, lower X is on their shit. Lower, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate other, you know, other people that's really on their job, that really, you know, practice and master their craft. I can appreciate that. So we are amongst students and teachers. You know what I mean? Not a problem. All right. Let's see. All right. So Trey accepts the challenge. All right. If you accept the challenge, then we'll see if you show up Monday. You You know, we'll see if you show up. I'm gonna have everything set up. I expect you to be in the live stream. So it's gonna be Monday at Monday noon, West Coast time. What is it? What is this called? PST, Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, Pacific. So I don't know what time zone you're in, but you can calibrate the differences so you can make sure you're there. You know, or if I need to modify maybe an hour before or an hour after, I can do that as well. But you know, if you accept the challenge, we will be here. We will be here Monday, but we will see if you're here. We're going to be here. So if you accept the challenge, all you got to do is show up, and we'll get it popping. So we'll see. So you know, we're gonna learn about the soul on Monday if they come through. So all right, if you with it, I'm with it. I mean, whatever you with, we with it. All right, so just show up. That's all our request. Just show up and show and prove. Then, if you're able to do that, then it ain't nothing but respect. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but respect. You show and prove, and you will get your respect. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But put that work in. We'll see if you show up Monday. Have I ever thought about streaming on Twitch? I should. Why not? Why not? But yeah, I definitely understand that YouTube will not last forever. That's why I'm expanding. That's why I'm kind of being more active on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm trying to be more active on Twitter. Twitter just kind of still weird to me, but I at least try to do, you know, updates or whatever. But Twitch, so if Twitch is the next thing, then why not? So if Twitch, if that's the next wave, then that's the next wave, and if that's where we got to be, then that's where we're gonna be. You know, so I'm gonna definitely check out Twitch and see how everything works over there, because that's what we got to be. That's what we got to be. So we'll figure it out. The discussion won't be bad. It will be about benefiting. It will be benefiting for the community's knowledge. That's the whole purpose. That's why I'm offering the platform. It ain't about me, it ain't about my emotions, it's not about my ego. I'm like, yo, if you know more, then teach. That's it. If you know more, then show and prove. And that's why I'm like, yo, don't just call me and tell me, do it in front of the people. That's my whole point, so that it can benefit the entire community, not just between me and you talking about my opinion and your opinion. Let the people decide what they feel. Let the people decide. All right. They do their ceremonies on the moon phases. Absolutely. We already know that those moon phases be pivotal. We already know about those moon phases. All right. Let me see. Let's pick things up a little bit. But you already know, now that the sun is going down. Let me see, what time is it? It's 7:33 around this motherfucker. So let's start walking a little bit, shall we? Let's start walking a bit. Oh, I know I was covering the mic. Sorry about that. All right, here we go, right? I'm no teacher, just a student. This is Trey speaking, right? I'm no teacher, just a student. All reality is truth. Whatever you believe will be your reality. So all is truth. Why so angry? I corrected you. A student is not allowed to correct his teacher. No, you didn't correct me because you didn't offer any fucking information. How did you correct me with a comment? And we're supposed to just accept that. Because you said it in a comment, we're supposed to like, okay, Trey said it. I'm wrong because you said I'm wrong. And you made a comment in a comment section. And that's it. I'm right, or you just ask Trey. Trey is right because Trey left a comment saying I'm wrong. And put another comment. That's how you correct people? So you corrected me by leaving a comment. With no type of, you know what I mean? It's not just one paragraph is supposed to correct somebody. when I done did whole hour-long lectures about this stuff, but you just corrected me with a comment. All right, that makes sense, and that makes sense, right? So Trey is a big badass, correcting me with comments when I'm doing this shit every fucking day. All right, good job. So your comment trumps, you know, over 300 videos. All right, good one. All right. Yeah, lower X, you can see the moon and Venus right now where you are. You seem like you're really into astrology, so salute to you, because I know it's not the easiest thing to understand and to be able to process. You got to have a certain mind, you know, to even really be into this science. All right. When am I going to sing? Afropick wants me to sing. I mean, if you want to hear me sing, just listen to my music. What is the song called? Listen to the song I dropped. It's called "Man on the Moon." It's on my page. I'm singing the hook. I'm singing part of the hook, not the whole hook, but part of the hook. If you want to hear me sing, just listen to the music. But you know, the way I sing, I feel I sing more like a rock star, more so than like the R&B type shit. The way I sing is more like I don't know, because I got my voice is too deep to hit high notes and shit. So let me not say that. Deep voice motherfuckers can hit high notes, so let me not say that. But I feel like my style is more rocker-ish. But I guess that really doesn't make any sense, right? But I would have to show. I gotta record some new music to let y'all realize what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, see, everybody's encouraging Trey to get on your shit, yo. Again, you know what I mean? Because for whatever reason, they're like, yo, why are you mad? It's like, I'm mad, but I'm offering you a platform. Who does that? That's how I know that something is not even right about that. I'm mad, but I'm offering you a platform to show and prove what you are claiming, but I'm mad. A mad person offers you an opportunity to show and prove your case. Don't seem like an emotional person to me. To me, that seems a lot more logical. Like, all right, show and prove. That's all I'm saying. Show and prove. We ain't got to go back and forth about it. To show and prove. When Monday come, have your lecture ready, and I'll give you the platform. I will shut my ass up, and we will hear you speak and teach. I won't have nothing to say. Why not? That doesn't sound like an angry person. When everyone going to collaborate artistically, this is what I'm saying. Like I'm with all of this. You know what I mean? Y'all already do the music. Y'all already see me busting these moves. Y'all see me dropping this knowledge. I'm with this shit. I'm just waiting on the people. I'm just waiting. That's what I'm just helping y'all get on the wave, because I know y'all already on the wave. I already know y'all. If y'all even here, you on the wave. So I know you on the wave. But you know, in time. That's why we are builders. You know what I mean? We are building the platforms. Like, we had to build this community. This community didn't just pop out of nowhere. Work had to be put in for us to even be here at the same time, right? Things had to be built. We had to get to this level, right? To the point where we can even say, oh, this is a community. We had to build before we can even say that, right? So we are continuing to build. That's what we do. We are building. So, you know, I have no problem meeting up, doing music. No problem doing meeting up, doing rituals, putting in work. I have no problem doing any of these things. You know, long as people are serious. No problem doing any of that. Just being on that hip hop shit for real, living that culture. No problem doing that. All right. You are a rock star. I would say so. I definitely agree with that. The original meaning of a rock star. You know, because most of the time people think about rock stars, you know, they don't associate people who look like me, but we already know it's what's in your spirit. It's what's in your spirit, right? All right, Nasir is 16 with social anxiety, OCD, and depression, and always feeling numb. My family says it's like I'm a different person now, and I just want to fix my mind and change my life. Any advice? Well, you're only 16, so for one, just relax. You know, you're still a teen. You ain't been here that long. Well, you were just what? You were just born in what, the year 2000, 2001. So that's the first thing. Just, you know, be smooth. You good. Things are not as bad as you may think. You know what I mean? You ain't even paying bills yet, really. So you good. But to answer your question, fast. If you wanna kill that social anxiety, you wanna kill the OCD, you wanna kill the depression, you must fast. Do a 72-hour fast that will help cleanse out all things that are blocking you. It will give you access to more of your energy. So it's going to kill your fatigue. You're not going to be fatigued. You're not going to feel jittery all the time. And you're not going to have social anxiety. All that is coming from chemicals. It's not you, it's the chemicals that are going within your body. So you have to reevaluate your diet. You have to reevaluate how you see yourself. You have to reevaluate your lifestyle. Fast. Change your sleeping patterns. Change your habits. Don't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. You have to change your life. Start with fasting though. That's the first step. Urine therapy. If you tough, urine therapy. There's plenty of information on urine therapy all over the internet. So yes, fasting combined with urine therapy, combined with polyphasic sleeping. Yeah, alchemy. There we go. No, you good, Afro Pick. We all good. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not really like the R&B singing type, but I will sing to a motherfucker. Just on that rock star shit. We gonna sing about the mysteries of life and death. That Jimi Hendrix talk, that voodoo child talk. That's that rock shit I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah, that voodoo child talk. You know, not that, oh, you broke my heart, that type shit. Nah, not that type shit. That voodoo child shit. That's what I'm talking about. For those who even know what that is. But true music fans know exactly what it is. All right. Trust self. Ash, I keep thinking about you dancing yesterday. Yeah, definitely. You know, anybody who want to check out my dance moves, check out my last live stream. I think I called it Q&A. Check out my last Q&A. I did it yesterday. I was showing all type of dance moves. Yeah, exactly. You know, this is what I do. It's just demonstration. Demonstration. Just let you know, I'm not just running my mouth all day. Yeah, we actually putting in physical work. We staying healthy. We staying in shape. We practicing this culture, all aspects of the culture. So every now and then I may show and prove something else. Every now and then I may drop some music. Every now and then I might drop a dance video. I have a couple dance videos already on my channel. I think I have like 2 dance videos. But you know, you gotta do your research. You know, so I got a couple dance videos already on my channel from back in the day too. So if for people who want to see more dance, and it's already on my channel. You just gotta search my channel, type in dance, and you will be able to see those videos. But you know, we just demonstrating hip hop, so it is what it is. All right. Start a mailing list. I have a newsletter. I have a newsletter. Like if you go to my website and you go to newsletter, you can sign up for the newsletter so you will be updated every time I release a public article. Like I have private articles and public articles. So whenever I post a public article, then put your name on a newsletter list, and you will receive that notification when that drops. So I do have a newsletter list for the website. All right. Trey. Why y'all? Infinite unconditional love and light to you, Amon, and everyone. Good night. See, Trey is checking out. So we gonna see. You know what I mean? Trey didn't keep that same energy. Unfortunately. Let's just be real, right? Let's just be real. So Trey didn't keep that same energy. But again, I don't know everything, so if you know something I don't know, that's why I offer you the platform. But I'm gonna punch you in the chest a little bit too, because you're talking your shit. But we all talk shit, right? Can you handle the pressure though? Can you handle the pressure though? Yeah, we definitely. We need community land. Well, shit, We can get that. We can get that. So maybe I need to. I don't know. Maybe I need to create a free section of the website, and not just a forum, right? A forum. I think that's what it's called, a forum where people can. I don't know. We in new times now. I don't even think people do that shit no more. So I'll figure it out. Yeah, because it's a lot of people. If you want to join the community, definitely should be a place you should be able to go to, right? So we figure it out. We figuring it out every day. Trust self. We figuring it out every day. We making moves every day to make sure that we build, we build properly, and everybody can access everyone. So that's the plan. We definitely building a community where we can put in that work. So just give me a little time, one step at a time. You know what I mean? Let me get this live streaming things out of the way so that we can, people can make calls and everything. So let me get that out of the way before we go in. All right. Let me see. The prime extension. I'm 17. I've been fasting, and there are various spiritual stages happening, and it's going good. It is beneficial when you have a profound structure of alchemical experimentation occurring. Look at that language. Look at that language, prime ascension. And you 17 using that language, shout out to you. Shout out to you. You using that language. Shout out to the prime extension, 17-year-old, speaking that alchemical language. Shout out to you. God damn. And you fasting? God damn. Look at the youth. Look at the youth. The youth is on their job. That's why I love and respect the youth. So y'all don't hear me talking shit about the youth, because I understand they on their shit. It may look weird and strange to the elders, but I know the youth is on their job. Somebody left another super chat donation. Let me make sure I give you your shout out. Here we go. Fahita gave a $5 super chat. I appreciate you, big homie. Much love and respect, as always. Y'all already know I appreciate everything. The comments, the energy exchange, donation, super chat, the cash app, the thumbs up. I appreciate all of it. We need all that energy. You know what I mean? Because it's all of us. It's not just me. You know what I mean? That's why I dedicate every day. I dedicate at least an hour or two out of all my days to make sure that I connect, right? Because it's about all of us. It ain't just about me building up my channel and all that. Like me doing this doesn't build up my channel. This doesn't give me more subscribers. This is me communicating with the community, right? So this ain't for views, and you know what I mean? This ain't for none of that. Who the fuck gonna watch a 2 hour and 30-minute long video, right? But we'll watch it. I'll watch it, you know what I mean? Even if you got to speed it up. So I appreciate all the energy exchange. As long as you are doing something, I appreciate it. If all you can do is thumbs up, then thumbs up. If you can leave a donation, leave a donation. If you just share the video, share the video. If you just, you know, leaving comments, leaving love, whatever energy that you give, it will be, you know, it will be returned to you. You already know it. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely everybody who had joined the website, you know, everybody who became a member for the website, I appreciate everybody. It all helps. It all helps, and we definitely taking things to a next level, and we're gonna step it up. Cause I definitely wanna talk to y'all. I definitely wanna hear y'all voice and just hear where y'all coming from, and, you know, just build on a personal basis, especially with the live streams. We're gonna keep coming with the information, of course, but, you know, every now and then, you know, build with people. So why not? You know what I mean? I don't see too many people doing that anyway. So why not? Why not extend and expand? Why not? All right. Trust self, damn. I am a true music lover. What's Voodoo Child Talk? You never heard that song by Jimi Hendrix, Voodoo Child? If you never heard that song, then you probably wouldn't get it. But type in Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child. There's a 3-minute version, then there's a 15-minute version. Listen to that 15-minute version. Listen to the original Voodoo Child. Because there's Voodoo Child, then there's Voodoo Child Slight Return. I'm not talking about the Slight Return. I'm talking about that 15-minute version. I believe that album was on Electric Ladyland. Was it? Because he had it's the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Then he had another album called The Electric Ladyland. It's on one of those albums. It's the Voodoo Child. I believe it's Electric Ladyland, but I could be wrong. It may be on the Jimi Hendrix Experience. It's on one of those. But it's a 15-minute. It may be a little, maybe it's 10 minutes, but it's like a long version of the Voodoo Child. You got to listen to that to really understand. Asha does the Kiki Challenge. What is that? I have no idea what that is. What is the Kiki Challenge? I have no idea. All right. Let me see. No, Andrew C's, Cali expensive, bro. Nah. Trust up, Cali is expensive. Nah, see, stop the madness. Stop the madness. We not gonna let this survive. I see somebody else left a super chat donation. I'm gonna get to you in just a second, but let me address this whole Cali being expensive. No. Understand. Cali may be more expensive than other places, yes, but it's because you have to live a different lifestyle. Cali has its own vibration. Cali's vibration is different than every other vibration on the planet. So you have to adapt to a certain lifestyle when you are there. So you have to connect with the people. You have to ask the people, how the fuck do you survive here? I've been hearing all my life, or I've been hearing it all my life, or they may have been there all their life. Like, yo, if Cali was so expensive, then nobody would be there. Let's just think about that. If Cali was so expensive, then how are people there thriving? There are people in California thriving. How are they doing that if it's just so expensive? So let's stop this expensive talk. No, you just have to have expensive taste. That's it. If you want to be in Cali, you have to have expensive taste, and you got to be willing to do what's necessary to please those expensive tastes. That's all it is. You got to have expensive taste, so you got to be willing to put in that work. Cali is definitely the underworld. Remember, for those who don't know, it is in California. Remember, the earth has chakras. The earth has chakras. Do you know what chakra is in California? The root chakra. Piece that together. So if you want to know how to survive and thrive in California, you gotta piece together the energy. You gotta piece together the energy. You have to use all this spiritual information we talk about. You got to utilize it. Like, yo, okay, how would I be able to survive? Not just even survive, just how to thrive in California. How do you thrive? There is a way to thrive in California, but you got to tap into the spirits of the land. You have to tap into the spirits of the land, and they reveal to you how to survive. You have to be on your spirituality. Now, yes, there are people in the underworld killing motherfuckers, selling drugs and all that. If you ain't with all that, then you got to tap into your spirituality. If you ain't with that underworld shit, blood sacrifice shit, Hollywood shit, you got to be in tune with your spirituality. That's the only way to survive and thrive there. You know what I mean? I guarantee it. There's no other place like Cali, no other place. It's like a place that you can go and you don't ever have to leave because it's getting kind of dark. So let me start walking now. But I think y'all get my point, right? So stop with this. Oh, it's too expensive. No, it's not. You have to have expensive taste and be willing to work for it, right? So let me go over here. So you already know. You know, we can actually, let me see. Let me make sure my battery is good. Make sure my battery is good. We at 35%. So we got a little bit more juice. So actually, let me go to some better lighting, so that we can keep the energy rolling. But no, so stop with all that expensive Cali talk. You got to go there, and you got to get in tune with the frequency. It's a whole different world. It is a whole different world. You got to get in tune with the frequency. Get in tune with the spirits of the land. You got to learn the history of California. Study the history of California. See how California got to be what California is today. You got to study the history. You know what I mean? All these things are necessary to understand. The same thing with New York. Or New York, Manhattan is super expensive, right? Or Manhattan, I believe Manhattan is the most expensive city to live in. I believe they be taxing the fuck out of motherfuckers. I remember I paid like $10 for a pack of cigarettes. You know, because when I went, it was super cold, so I would just be smoking cigarettes just to stay warm type shit. When I was out there visiting, just roaming around, seeing what's going on in all different aspects of the city. So give me 1 second. Let me get past this gate. I'll be right back with y'all in just 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. All right, we good. Give me 1 second. 1 second. We pass over here. All right. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know it's a method to the madness. It's a method to the madness. All right, what else we got? All right, much love, MC Fly. All right. Hold on, let me see who left this super chat. I'll go right back up. All right, Killer Boy Wood leaves a $5 super chat. I appreciate you infinitely. There we go. You already know I appreciate the energy exchange as always. Shout out to you, Killer Boy Wood. Shout out to you, big homie. All right, what's up, Jory? Jory is in the building. How do I do the Son of the Devil ritual? I'm not familiar with that particular ritual, so I can't really tell you how to do it, as I've never done it myself. I'm not actually familiar with it, so I can't really comment on it. And of course, I wouldn't want to comment on it if I didn't do it myself anyway, you know, because that way I'd be able to tell you what to expect and all that. So because I don't have any personal experience with it as of yet, as of today, but check with me next week. I may have an answer for you, right? Just because I don't know it today don't mean I won't ever do it, right? But I definitely check that out. I haven't even heard about that ritual. I'll check it out. So I may have an answer for you next week. All right. Much love, Aiden Gaming 5. Aiden Gaming 5. Much love to you. Let's see. So give me 1 second. Let me cross this street. So let me get over here. You already know how we got to do it. Once the sun go down, I already know. Anyone? But I can still, let me get to these questions, though. While we get into the spot. Let me see. Yeah, a lot of people say they don't know how they found the channel. DC Mech. Why do I keep thinking DC McFly? I don't know. Derpy McFly. A lot of people say, like, I don't know how I found your channel, but one day I found it, and it has been over ever since, right? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people said that they just randomly found the channel. So I appreciate everybody being here. Wait a minute. What is Dragon OG saying? Since the people here want a community, would anybody like a pick-me-up shot of energy right now? I feel like making someone tingle. God damn, Dragon OG, what are you doing? You doing Reiki on motherfuckers? Is that what you into? You know what I mean? Dragon OG is with the shit. So he's trying to make somebody tingle. Dragon OG wants to make somebody tingle, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Whoever's open to it, get it in. Get it in, though. Why not? Why not? All right. Let me see. Where we at? Cali is the underworld? Absolutely. Absolutely. Cali is the underworld of the planet Earth. Not to say that it's the most violent place, but it definitely is the underworld. Trust me. You know what I mean? You just gotta piece it. Once you piece it together, everything's gonna make sense. Everything's gonna make sense when you piece it together. You know? But that's why I'm here, to give you the information. Like, yo, this is how you do it. Study the history, then study the energy frequency. Then go there and interact with amongst the people and just see, like, yo, just ask people, how do y'all do it? Like I always hear, Cali is so expensive. How does people do it? You gotta speak to the people who are living that life. Like, how are you doing it? They got some answers for you, trust me. They got the answers, right? So give me 1 second. I just gotta cross this huge street. Give me 1 second. You know, everybody's getting off work and shit. So it's mad traffic. Alright. So give me 1 second, cause y'all probably can't hear me. So I'm not gonna answer any more questions until I cross the street. Alright. Give me 1 second. You already know everything's in real time. Give me 1 second, I'll answer the question in just a second. Yeah, the Bay Area is the most pricey, but it ain't that bad. It's cool living here. I agree. You just gotta be on your job. Oh. All right, we're good. We're back. It's always weird crossing that street. Because like you can hit the signal button, but it don't matter. It's like you never get a walking signal, so you just gotta kind of force your way across the street type shit. So that's why I'm like, yeah, let me pay attention. Let me not be too distracted. But let me get over here. I'll be with y'all in just a second. Let me get to, so there we go. So let's get to where some lights are. All right. We good right here. We good over here. Let me just find a seat. We good over here. 1 second. All right, here we go. I'm gonna post up right here. All right, we back at it. So I want to be in a secluded place where it's not so much traffic. All right, so we good right here? Yeah, we good. All right, so how do you tap into the land? Oh, sorry about that. How do you tap into the spirit of the land? You tap into the spirit, you have to be outside. That's why when y'all see me, like, go back to last year. Go back to my very first live stream. My very first live stream was called The 4 Aeons. I did it in 2017. I believe it was maybe, I don't know when it was, maybe it was March of 2017. I did my very first live stream in LA. Since we're talking about California, I did my very first live stream in LA when I was doing a homeless challenge. You know, I just be doing this shit, right? Because I'm connected with the spirits. You ain't gonna connect with the spirits inside your house. You gotta go in the streets, right? So if you listen to the information that was revealed in that video, that will give you an idea of this is how you tap in. Because you see me doing it in real time. That's my whole thing. You see me doing these things in real time. So go back to the video entitled The 4 Aeons, and you see me in LA showing, you know, walking around. This was my very first live stream. So for all my Cali people out there, you already know. So if you want to, so you tap into the spirits, you have to be outside. You have to be outside for an extended amount of time. You know what I mean? Especially at night, 3 a.m., conducting rituals. You know what I mean? You have to be outside. You got to be outside. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to take a week out of your life and go and, you know, hit them streets. Hit them streets. And see the information that's revealed to you while you're traveling through the streets. You know, travel through the whole city, or whatever city. You don't have to be LA. You can be the city you're in right now. You know what I mean? Take the time to walk all of the streets of your city, especially downtown. You know, learn your city by heart. Learn your city by heart. Learn how to navigate through your city by heart, where you don't even need Google Maps no more. All right, all right. There we go. Yeah, shout out to Chicago. You already know, I've always shown mad love to Chicago. You know what I mean? Much love to Chicago. Much love. All right. Where we at with it? Where we at? Afropic says, this is weird to me because I was born and raised in Cali and I have a lot of mixed feelings about the money in Cali. Oh, because, you know, that money be having a lot of blood on it. Right? Oh, it's the underworld. Oh, Cali is about that business. Trust me. Trust me. Now, yes, there are legitimate people in California that's doing legitimate things. But then you got that other side to it. You know. But it's all about the polarity. So again, I'm not speaking about this is right, wrong, good or bad. It should be that way. That's just the way it is based on the energy grid. That's just the energy grid in California. So that dictates the energy and what happens there, the energy grid. The energy grid determines what happens in a particular city or state. It's all based on the energy grid, as well as the numerology and you know, the constellations and all that. Like that's how they build cities. They build cities based on energy grids, based on the energy that's flowing around, align it with constellations, and apply it with the numerology, like the name of the streets and all that, the addresses. That's how they build cities, you know. I talked about city auras as well. Watch the last video I did in 2016. I did an interview with Ellen from Hypnotized Minds. I did it when she came to Vegas. We did an interview. It's the last video I released. It's basically the video right before that video, right before the video, The 4 Aeons. I believe the video is called The Subconscious Mind or something like that. Watch that video. Watch the video before the 4 Aeons, and I talked about city auras. The auras of certain cities, or all cities, and how to tap into it. So watch that. Watch that as well. Again, I've already released mad joints about everything that we talk about, but I know it's just scattered within a bunch of videos. So a lot of people may not know. Much love for New Orleans. Y'all already know. Shout out to New Orleans. Y'all already know. We you know, land of the voodoo. Land of the voodoo. You already know. Y'all already know. Shout out Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and the whole state. You know what I mean? Louisiana, definitely. You know, because I believe Tookie Williams was from New Orleans, who was one of the founders of the Crips. So that's the connection. So LA, part of the reason why LA has that underworld energy, especially with the gangs, you can say it's partly due to that New Orleans, and they just took it to a next level, right? They would, you know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Maybe I'm going a little bit too deep. But that's, you know, when you know your history, then you can go deeper than most. I was referring to the ritual you did that started you on this dark journey. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about, Jordan. Well, basically, I guess you're asking how did you do it? All right. And again, you already know about the planes. So basically, you form two triangles. It's like the what is it called? The Merkaba. You got the up triangle, you got the triangle going up, then you got the inverted triangle, right? So you got 6 points, right? You got 6 points. I think it's called a hexagram or something like that. The Star of David, the Merkaba, that symbol with the triangle facing up and the triangle facing down, that's interconnected with 6 points. The 6-pointed star, whatever that is. And at each point of these 6 points, you have a candle and you have a name of a devil. Again, you can say Lucifer, you got Satan, you got Dum Balawido, which is a voodoo spirit. You know, you tap into the voodoo spirits, you can tap into the Palo Mayombe spirits. You know, Eshu, EXU. So you just find 6 names of the devil, various names. You know, you can find 6 names. Again, I just gave you 3. You got Satan, Lucifer, Eshu. Dum Balawido, you got to find 2 more. So you got the name of the devil at each point of this, at each point. So you light the candle. You light the candle up. But before you do any of this, you write a petition. You write a letter about what it is that you desire. Whatever it is that you desire, you write it down. You pen it. I'm thinking, do I still have it? I may still have my original petition in one of my notebooks. I may still have that, because I wrote it down. I may still have that original. I may still have it. I may still have that. But you write a petition, whatever it is that you desire, whatever that you're attempting to do, you put it in writing. So you light these, you light the 6 points. So while you lighting the 6 points, you put on some hard ass music. You know, I put on some Tupac, but you can put on some hard rock, some metal, whatever your favorite song is, whatever gets you pumped up. Put on the song that gets you pumped up. So you got the song playing in the background. You got all 6 points lit. You get into a trance state, a meditative state. Then you chant your petition 3 times, loud, like with full force. So maybe you want to do this outside in the forest where people can't hear you, right? Do this outside in the forest where people can't hear you. Then you chant, you say your petition, you know, like with force 3 times. You know what I mean? And you can burn it afterwards. You can burn the petition. If you don't want to save it, then you can bury the candles after the ritual is done. But get black candles. That's what I forgot. Black candles, so that you can tap into the energy of Saturn. All right? You know, simple shit. Simple shit. Nothing too crazy. At least at first, at that time, it was none too crazy at that time. But that kicked off a lot of shit. That kicked off a lot of shit. But you know, that's the Saturn, right? They were talking about it. Saturn is a very challenging planet. So, all right, so there you go. So hopefully that was detailed enough. You got, you know, you fill in the blanks for yourself and you make it original to you and make it do what it do, right? Let's see. Like in my, let me see. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Afro Pick in North Cali. It was cool to go to school with holding your shoes. Yeah, that hippie shit. You already know, right? Shout out to that hippie energy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Pot smokers. That's what they call it, pot, right? I think that's where that came from, pot. That 420, all that comes from California, pot. The 420 phase, the 420 phenomenon, not phase. All that's California. You know what I mean? All that's California. So much love to California. I got to go back. Like I told you, I lost my ID. Like I never transferred my California ID into Vegas, even though I've been here for fucking years. I never even transferred my ID, so I still had a California ID. So I got to go back to California and get, you know. So I'm gonna be back. I will be in LA very soon because I gotta take care of some business. So you already know. You know what I mean? I gotta go. I gotta touch down once again. You already know. You know what I mean? We going back to gangland, where shit is real, right? Where shit is real. But you already know. You know, we rule over the underworld. We don't become victims of it. All right. Oh, Dragon OG. No, it's not Reiki. Well, what do you call it, Dragon OG? What do you call what you do? Well, I guess if you wanna, you may wanna keep that to yourself if it's private. But you know. Let me see. It seems like Chicago, the underworld. See, yeah, this is okay. This is the thing with Chicago and Los Angeles. Because they have see, this is the thing. Like Cali is more of a fire energy. It's more like fire. Chicago is more like air. That's why it's called the windy city. Chicago is a windy city, so it's working with the air element. California is working with the fire element, right? So it is Chicago is the underworld in the Midwest, but you not necessarily though. Like for example, cause you got it's the whole Midwest. The whole Midwest is with the shits. Chicago is with the shits. Detroit is with the shits. Kansas City is with the shits. Cleveland is with the shits. Like the whole Midwest is an underworld, but that's working. It's a different element though. Right, it's a different element in a different environment, right? So you definitely have portals to the underworld. Just like I feel like Atlanta is a portal to the underworld as well. Maybe even Miami. You know what I mean? And Atlanta is like the earth energy. So you got Cali is a fire. You got Chicago is the air. Atlanta is the earth. Then you can say New York is the water, because it's a lot of water around New York, right? So it all depends on just how you look at things, but definitely there's definitely various portals to the underworld, various portals all over the U.S., all over the world. You know what I mean? All right. Let me see. I follow a channel where a dude just interviews homeless people on the strip. Yeah, see, in Vegas, the homeless people live under the strip. Not all the homeless people, but for those who don't know that, he's like basically Vegas. They built a lot of underground tunnels just in case the city was flooded. So a lot of homeless people live in these tunnels that were built under the strip. You know what I mean? So it's a whole nother world down there. It's a whole nother world. Most people don't have the courage. Most people don't have the courage. Most people don't even know that underworld exists in Vegas. But it is a underworld in Vegas that most people do not even know about. But of course I know about it, right? Because I be in the streets. I get around. I know what's going on in these. You know, nobody needs to tell me this stuff, right? All right. But yeah, so shout out to Vegas. Shout out to the homeless people, because they got a whole nother economy on the underworld. All right. Very sad and humbling. No, I wouldn't say it's sad. It ain't about getting our feelings about it. It just is. It's a lifestyle. Being homeless is a lifestyle. It's not necessarily sad, because these motherfuckers don't got to pay rent. What's sad about not having to pay rent? Because that takes up most people's money is drained paying their fucking rent. So they ain't got to pay rent. So they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do with their money. Right? And just because you're homeless don't mean you broke. And just because you're homeless don't mean you have a drug problem. You know, you may just be living out your fucking car because you don't want to pay rent. So, you know, there's various ways to look at it. You see? Skull talk for real. You already know. Yeah, we getting that skull talk in Monday. Monday will be the first day for that skull talk. Well, you could say, yeah, this may be a little introduction. It's a little introduction to the skull talk. You see how the energy just switched? The energy has changed now. You know what I mean? We talking about that, but we talking about shit that most people don't even know about. Most people don't even understand this lingo. This is that skull talk for those who don't know. All right. The arteries of a city never stop. I agree. I agree. Lower X. All right. Let me see. Any more questions? I know I'm kind of behind anyway. I'm like 10 minutes behind. But if y'all have any more questions, y'all definitely continue to post these questions. Let me see. Oh, Asha, you can take calls on Skype too? That is true. That is true. That is true. Skype definitely will, you know, Skype is definitely an option. Skype is definitely an option. So I definitely will keep Skype in mind and all that. So again, however it works, you know, I'm definitely gonna figure it out. I'm definitely gonna figure it out. So however we got to do it is however we got to do it. But I definitely have it figured out by Monday. I definitely have it figured out by Monday. So however we got to do it, we gonna do it. All right. Trust Self does Reiki. Shout out to you. Shout out to Trust Self, who is a Reiki practitioner. Much love. This is the real work of the Freemason? Yes, exactly. Exactly. The real skull and bones. The real skull and bones. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I talked about that in Atlanta. When I was in Atlanta, I did a video. I don't even remember the name of it, but I talked about the origins of the 322 and the skull and bones and all that. See, I've been there. You know, Atlanta, I tapped into the portal of Atlanta. That's why I was doing all those videos when I was in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Just continuously. Because I was in the hotel room. And the numerology of the room broke down to the number 7. So, you know, the number 7 is a number to tap into your spirituality. So I was just, so much information was being downloaded. I was having vivid dreams. I was having dreams about dead motherfuckers coming to me in my dreams, all type of shit in Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, God damn, this is the type of shit that goes on in Atlanta. This motherfucking underworld portal. I was walking amongst motherfuckers. They not looking you in your eyes. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Everybody is around here looking hard as fuck. Not like they gonna beat your ass, but like everybody's just walking around like warriors and shit. I'm like, God damn. This heavy ass energy. It's very, very heavy energy, but you know, you can adapt to it. It just takes some time to adjust, you know. So definitely, there's various portals to the fucking underworld. All right. Let me see. Yeah, we still in here, 305 Capricorn. Yeah, motherfuckers. You gotta be built to hang in. You gotta have some hang time to fuck with us. You gotta have some hang time. We still in this bitch. We still in this bitch. Yeah, try what is it? Tetragrammaton? Oh yeah. You already know that's that Hebrew mysticism. You know what I mean? That Hebrew mysticism. All right. Cop radio. No, what y'all hearing is I'm right by this drive-through. There we go. Yeah, so it's just people, motherfuckers is pulling up at this drive-through. That's all it is. Trust me, it ain't no cops pulling up around here, cause they can't even see me. I guess y'all don't understand that. All right, they can't even see me. Y'all can see me, but they don't even see me. They don't even see me. They don't bother me at all. I have no issues with the law. They don't bother me at all. Y'all saw we were just in that big ass field for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, no problems, right? I mean, you know what I mean? It's real shit. All right, let's see. The Prime Ascension, what's up? What's up, the Prime Ascension? What's the deal? Jory gives a 444 donation. What's up, Jory Richard? You already know. Big shouts out to you, homie. You already know. But Jory is asking the question. What does 444 mean? 444 is the energy of Rahu. R-A-H-U. So the number 4 resonates with Rahu. R-A-H-U. If you're not familiar with the story of Rahu, Rahu is a demon who disguised himself as a god, and he went amongst the gods and sipped from the holy nectar. But they realized who he was, but it was too late. So they cut his head off, but he had already sipped from the nectar that made him immortal. So Rahu is a demon who disguised himself as a god to sip from the holy nectar to become immortal. And once they realized who he was, they cut his head off, but it was already too late, and he became an immortal head. So the number 4 represents an immortal head. So when the number 4 is amplified by 3 times, remember, the number 4 is the slowest vibration of all the numbers. That's why it's the most challenging number. Number 4 is the slowest vibration and the most challenging number. It presents you with all type of problems that needs to be solved, right? So anybody who don't like the energy of Saturn, you will not like the energy of the number 4, right? The number 4 is like a miniature Saturn. It gives you problems in order to deal with it, in order to sharpen your steel, so that you can become a better problem solver. So the whole purpose of like Jay-Z and all that coming out with the 444 album, he's giving you solutions so that you can solve your problems. That's all it is. That's why he's talking about money and building finances and, you know, generational wealth. That's what the 444 means, right? To build on top of, you know, little bits and pieces to become a problem solver. And it's levels to it, right? The greater your ability to problem solve, the greater your ability to create wealth, right? And to serve the people, right? So that's the meaning of the 444. So that's the energy of Rahu. You know, it's basically in Rahu, just to give a description, Rahu doesn't mind bending the law. Since we're talking about that skull talk, right? For anybody who's with that skull talk, that's the energy, the number 4 or the energy of Rahu. Rahu is the energy of the outlaw. Rahu, the number 4, was also Tupac's life path number. For those who are into that, Tupac's life path number was the number 4. That's why he had to go through everything he went through, but that's also why he had the same what is it called? Work ethic. That's why he was able to outwork everybody. That's why, you know, got so much music out here, because he was faced with so much adversity. He channeled it into his ambition, and that ambition created the ultimate work ethic. So 4 also represents consistency and work ethic, right? So to build up those principles within yourself. So that's the 4, the 444, right? There we go. How can you go around stealing people's energy? Well, you know, it's a lot of vampires out here that do that anyway. Motherfuckers be trying to steal my energy. You know what I mean? It be these motherfuckers that be, you know, Vegas would be people from all around the world on the strip. So it be motherfuckers from overseas, you know, kind of bumping into me on purpose and shit. I'm like, you zapping my fucking energy. I feel that shit. That shit is real. That vampire shit is real. But, you know, all motherfucker gotta do is rub up against you and zap your energy. You know what I mean? It ain't like a whole science to this shit. They can just, you know what I mean, rub your shit. You're like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck you doing? But yeah, in Detroit is definitely a portal to the underworld. I guarantee that, and that's where I'm from. I'm from Detroit, so I know. You know what I mean? I know. Trust me. The Midwest is a motherfucking underworld portal. But so is the South, so is the West, so is the East. America is a whole fucking underworld. Just say it that way. America is an underworld. But not really, because there's places a lot more dangerous than America. So it's not the deep underworld like if you go to fucking South Africa and fucking Brazil. It ain't that type of underworld where it's just complete savagery going on. But it's more about alchemy, the underworld filled with alchemists. That's what America is. It's the underworld, but it's filled with alchemists. So they on some low shit, but they on some high shit too. You know, if you can understand that. So they not just on some complete savage. They at least, you know, they understand the planetary energies. They understand rituals. They understand all this stuff. All right. So just to put things into perspective, that's skull talk, right? All right. Detroit is just hell. That's funny as fuck. The whole yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole Midwest. That's crazy. Kansas City is a strange place. The whole Midwest. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. But you wouldn't know this if you never hit the streets. You wouldn't know this. But for those who know, and there are those amongst you that know, y'all know. For those who know, know. For real. You know, it's a whole different world. Whole different world. Whole different world. But they got some bad bitches though. We keep it balanced. Some bad bitches in the Midwest, bad bitches on the West Coast, bad bitches down south, bad bitches on the East. So that's how you balance everything out. You got the underworld, but then you got these supermodels. That's regular women. Regular women looking like fucking supermodels. Not because they did their face up, but that's just how the fuck it is. So, you know, scoop you up a creatrix and start practicing that sex magic. Get you a creatrix or a creator if you're a woman. And get with that sex magic. All right. So we got a little bit more time. Detroit is around a lot of water too. Exactly. You are absolutely right. It got those Great Lakes. You are absolutely right about that. Absolutely. That's why, you know, I think Chicago has water too. But then, you know, there's water in St. Louis. See, I didn't mention St. Louis. St. Louis is part of the underworld, the Midwest. So, you know, St. Louis is, you know, gets crazy as well. So, you know, that's why in Detroit it was more about money than gang shit. Like the gang shit was like, sorry about covering up the mic. But what I said was, that's the difference between Detroit and Chicago. Chicago was more about the gang warfare. Detroit was more about the money. You know, Detroit don't really have that super long history of gang shit like the Italian mob and all that. That's Chicago. So Chicago has a completely different history. So therefore the dynamics are different. That's why you have to study the history of these cities to understand how they work. You know, you got to understand the history. You got to understand the history. All right. Okay. I would think Miami, Florida would be water. See, basically, so all right, just to explain the elements, so nobody is confused here when I give the elements, because it's not necessarily the let me see, how do I say this? Like, I understand, like, Miami should be water because it's right by the water. Well, California is by water too, but it represents the fire energy. It represents the fire element, even though it's right by water. Right? Vegas represents fire too, but it's a desert. It's a dry fire. The West Coast is fire. The East Coast is water. The Midwest is air. And South is earth. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So Miami would be that earth energy. So although it is by water, just like Detroit is by water, there's cities that have water surrounded, but it gives it an extra dimension by having the water, but it's still that earth energy. I'm talking about Miami, Florida. So it is an earthly energy. So it'll be different from another city down south that's not surrounded by water. That'd be more, you know, dry. But so Miami is like a watery earth, right? You start getting into those sub elements, but that's that score talk. We can get more into that, you know, in the coming days. You know what I mean? Just giving y'all a little taste of it. It's definitely it's the prime ascension is definitely based on the events of the city, because the events of the city open up portals. And the reason why I say New York is a portal to the underworld because of the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers opened up a portal to the underworld. That's what made New York. That's New York's portal. And again, I've been there. I've been to where the Twin Towers was, and it's just you know, they made it look all nice and shit. But you know, it's the underworld, goddammit. It's the underworld, goddammit. So All right. How you tap into Chicago's portal for energy? You got to make petitions to the devil. You know what I mean? It's a lot of devil worship in Chicago. Trust me. You know what I mean? So you gotta get with that Satanism. You know what I mean? If you built like that, because that's what they own. They own that shit. If you going around killing motherfuckers, you know what I mean? You don't give a fuck about, you want some satanic shit. But it is what it is. We ain't here to cast judgment. That's just the way it is. Fuck how we feel about it. But if you trying to tap into that underworld in the Chi-Town or any city, that's Satanism. Tap into that Satanism. You know what I mean? There you go. I'm giving you the secrets. But you got to put the work in. Yeah, you saw those documentaries about the underworld Vegas people? Yeah, you already know. You already know. You know what I mean? Oshun said she'd live in her car if she didn't have kids. I understand that. Yeah, so kids wouldn't even understand that. But yeah, I totally understand that. Totally understand. Let me see. It keeps buffering. Let me make sure the signal is good. It's looking good. It's looking good on my side. Hopefully the sound is coming through. But you know, I don't think it's nowhere to have perfect signal. So you know, just bear with me if the signal is kind of going in and out. Just bear with me. We'll be checking out pretty soon. Oh yeah, see, yeah, student teacher. Remember that? Yeah, it was like somebody. When I was in Atlanta, it was motherfuckers fucking in the next room. It was coming through with a video and shit. I'm just laughing. I'm like, yo, y'all hear them motherfuckers fucking in the next room? You hear that? You know what I mean? The bitches is screaming loud, and because they want to hear. Like the whole goddamn floor was hearing this woman, but she wants people to hear her. I'm like, oh, she's just wild. I'm like, she'd probably let me get some if I was up in there. She just want everybody to hear. So yeah, Atlanta is definitely sex city. Sex city, Atlanta. Trust me. You know what I mean? Like Atlanta is a magical place. If you can harness that earth energy, that negative energy. If you can harness negative energy, Atlanta is the place to be. If you can harness negative energy, Atlanta is the place to be. I guarantee it. If you all about that sexual energy, you know what I mean? You a sex addict, or you just enjoy that shit, Atlanta is the place to be. You know what I mean? There we go. Okay, why doesn't anyone talk about the fairy energy? There's good, positive, and negative energy that you can work with. Well, I can't speak for nobody else, but I know that to be true because this is what happened to me personally. I can tell you a personal experience when I was working with the fairies because, you know, my grandmother was connected to the fairies. So I can tell you a personal story about the fairy kingdom. Like I was talking to this woman who was a fairy. Like she was connected to the fairy kingdom, but I didn't know that. So all right, let me paint the picture. So I was watching, you know, I was, you know, doing what it was like 2016 or some shit. I was doing what I was doing, you know. I was on the computer doing what I was doing, you know, watching lectures, you know, do whatever it was. Maybe I shouldn't tell this story. As soon as I try to tell this story, like, maybe I shouldn't say it. All right, I guess I shouldn't then. Like, yeah, all right, you saw that. As soon as I was about to say it, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Y'all see what I'm saying? But basically what I'm saying is, yes, the fairy kingdom is a very powerful energy. I've worked with it myself. That's what it represents. Like the Christmas tree and the lights on the Christmas tree, that represents fairies. You see how that light just went out when I was talking about it? Anyway, when you see the lights on the trees, that represents fairies. You know what I mean? So I'm very in tune with that fairy kingdom. So yeah, you were absolutely right, 305 Capricorn. I don't really speak about it, but you know, I didn't know that I didn't know people was ready to hear about it. If y'all ready to hear about it, I got the experience. If y'all ready to hear about it, trust me. What's up, Hoppy Witch? You know what I mean? You know, I'll be looking at motherfuckers' faces, and we know when they pass in the cars, you know what I mean, I'll be looking. Anyway, Trust self an extended amount of time, like how long? Like what are you talking about? Trust self an extended amount of time, like how long? What do you mean by an extended? I probably just didn't. I'm not. It's not connecting what you're saying. I probably answered the question, but what do you? Please reiterate your question, trust self. Oh, okay. I see. Y'all are having a mini conversation in the chat room. Sorry about that. I'm thinking it was directed to me. It's not. But y'all, you know, I don't mind that. Y'all, you know, talk amongst yourselves as you please. All right. You need some Colorado good? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Yeah, send me that Colorado good. Trust me, send me that shit. If it was directed to me, yeah, send me that Colorado good. Need that. All right, let me see where we at with it. Student teacher, my house number equals 4. Virgos go hard. Absolutely. Like when I made the decision to start doing videos on a daily basis, I had my house energy at the number 4 as well. So that's when I start being consistent with the videos. Working with that number 4. Number 4 will teach you consistency. As y'all see, we've been consistent every day. I was supposed to do like the Instagram and the Facebook videos. I ain't even doing them today. I ain't even gonna do them. I'm like, let me just fuck with y'all. I'm not even gonna do them. I'll just pick it up tomorrow. But we're gonna be on YouTube every day though. We're gonna be here every day. If y'all don't see me nowhere else every day, y'all gonna see me here every day. You know what I mean? So definitely that consistency is what it is. What life path 9 gets you in life? The number 9 is a universal frequency. So that's definitely the number of Mars. So it's a number of life, death, and rebirth. So when you're working with the energy of the number 9, that's more so to help you build up your courage and your ambition and your hunger. You know, so basically, when you work with the energy of the number 9, you're going to feel more fearless. You're going to feel more courageous. It's basically working with the energy of the solar plexus, essentially. So the number 9 empowers the solar plexus. So it makes you more courageous, more ambitious, so on and so forth. And it's a universal number. So it amplifies your workings of alchemy. So if you're into any, the planetary energies, the tarot cards, the Kabbalah, anything that resonates with alchemy, it will be amplified during the number 9. You know what I mean? So definitely, yeah, it works with your courage, your fearlessness, and your alchemy. So it's like the mathematical aspects of magic, the mathematical and scientific aspects of magic will come through with the number 9. All right, so there you go. So definitely, if that's your life path number, then that means you're most definitely an alchemist. You may be a herbalist. You're somebody who's good with details. Learning the energies of the plants and the crystals and all that. So definitely, life path number 9, definitely the universal number. Meaning universal consciousness. Your consciousness is universal, meaning you can talk to a large number of people. You know what I mean? All right. 305 Capricorn. Your life path is 8. Well, that's the energy of Saturn. So that's why you call it 305 Capricorn. Life path 8 is Saturn. That's the energy of Saturn. So we've been talking about Saturn this whole time, right? So your life path 8. That's basically you are a visionary. You are a visionary. You are able to see into the future, right? So that's number 8 makes you a visionary. Number 8 gives you a higher sense of self, meaning royalty. Basically it's your character. Number 8 helps perfect your character, your inner principles, right? Integrity, honorability, those things like that, right? So number 8 is all about I'm not going to say class, because class is more like the number 9, but 8 is like that what's a good way to put it? Number 8 is like the vampire energy. It's not like the vampire themselves, but just the darkness of the vampire. Like the vampire is well dressed, very, very smooth, and a vampire has to be invited in, right? The Dracula. Definitely the number 8 is like the energy of Dracula. So if you study Dracula, and just how he moved and how he dressed and how he went about, you know, getting his victims. And like they was falling in love with him. You know what I mean? He had his victims. They were just letting him suck. You know, he can do whatever he want. You know what I mean? He had all type of women just letting them. Women was letting them suck their blood and shit. You know, women can get real wild. You gotta awaken that shit. For all my men out there, you gotta awaken. Every woman has a fucking demon within them, a sex goddess within them. You gotta awaken that shit. You gotta hit like the back of their pussy. That shit will awaken the demon from within. You know what I mean? Turn her into a fucking vampire. She started getting bloodthirsty. You know what I mean? But you know, maybe that's a little bit too far. Is that a little bit too far? No, skull talk, goddammit. All right. The prime ascension. Do you think vampires and angels have a direct connection on the higher dimensions? Absolutely. Because demons really are angels. You know, they are actually one and the same. There really is no separation. So yes, at the highest realms, there is no separation, right? So you can work with demons, work with angels. They are essentially all one and the same at this point. No separation. Let me see. My town is doomed. McFly, his town is doomed. I can understand why you feel like that. You know, it's a lot of shit going on in the world nowadays. South America, underworld, exactly. Anything under the equator is the true underworld. Everything under the equator is the true underworld. Everything above the equator is more alchemical. So it's still shit that go on in the north, but it's just more, people are more into their alchemy and their magic and doing rituals. South Americans, they just cut your fucking head off and you know, behead you and cut off your ligaments and just leave you to die type shit. So they really with that savage shit under the equator. Trust me. Dude came here and slaughtered all the natives. God damn. Well, you know, you're still here, right? That's what matters. The people that are no longer here, their souls are free. You really ain't got to worry about them. It's your ass you got to worry about because you still here, right? You ain't got to worry about people who done moved on. They good. We still in the battlefield putting in that work, right? So we gotta still put that work in. All right. My Saturday, I guess he's talking about Dizzy. My Saturday is in the 7th house. Your Saturday, I think you're talking about your Saturn. Saturn in the 7th house. Does that prevent relationship until after your Saturn return? Not necessarily. Saturn being in the 7th house is more like it's not restricting the relationship. It just puts strife on your relationships to help it mature. Meaning shallow relationships will not last. Your relationships will have to endure many different obstacles to mature both of you guys. So again, Saturn aids in maturity. So no, it don't prevent you from being in a relationship, but you have to be in mature relationships. And if they're shallow, then they don't last long. That's all it is. So Saturn is all about endurance. Saturn is all about that longevity. So that's what it is. All right. The new Atlantis, the U.S. city of Atlanta, all to plan. Exactly. Atlanta is definitely Atlantis. Atlantis is like the higher dimension of Atlanta. Definitely. I spoke about that in my videos though. I did a whole video talking about Atlantis and Atlanta and their connection. I did a whole video when I was in Atlanta. So you just got to go back in the archives. I did a whole video about that. All right. My father was a pimp. Oshun, my father was a pimp and number runner, and I used to run his numbers at 10. So yeah, it's another world. Absolutely. Absolutely. You already know. That's why the pimp is the most hated man on the planet. Because he's the most magical man on the planet. Because no other man is able to do what a pimp can do. So all of the men hate him. Well, haters. Not all men, but haters. If you respect it, you respect it. But because most men cannot pimp, they hate on pimps. Because they can't do it. You know what I mean? It ain't about that, oh, you shouldn't be pimping. They would do it if they could. But they don't have that type, they ain't that smooth. You You know what I mean? They don't have that swag. They don't have that golden tongue like the P does. You know what I mean? The P is like the lion of the jungle. The P is above the drug dealer. The P is above all other hustlers, because no one can do what the pimp does. The gentleman of leisure, if we want, let's get technical. No one can do what the gentleman of leisure does. No one else can do it. So they are the most hated men on the planet, but the most powerful simultaneously. The most hated, but the most powerful. So that's why, you know what I mean? I'm not here talking about how to be a drug dealer, how to be a hustler, but I will tell you about some pimping, because it ain't really nothing else to fucking talk about in my eyes. If you talk about the streets, what else are you gonna talk about? I'm not gonna tell you need to stand on the block and sell drugs. No, it's over. It's over with for that. You know what I mean? You need to go around shooting motherfuckers. It's over with for that. But you know, you can still get some pimping in for those who you know. But you know, this is not for the masses. Public service, no. It's not for the masses. It's not for the kiddies. It's not for the masses. It's on for grown ass men and women who understand. You know what I mean? There we go. 10,000 lakes is almost unbelievable. 10,000 lakes. I have no idea where are these 10,000 lakes. But yeah, I guess I would have to look it up, huh? I guess I would have to look it up. St. Louis was a huge American Indian city 1,000 years ago. Well, you know, I don't necessarily agree with Indian City, because they didn't refer to themselves as Indians. That was a name given to them. They were not going around calling themselves Indians. So let's make that correction. But I understand what you're talking about. The natives of the land. So I know what you're talking about, but they were not calling themselves Indians. All right. Where we at with it? We'll be on here a couple more minutes. We at 13%, so let me see. So we'll be on here a few more minutes. You already know. You already know. We're getting it in every day. We're getting it in. Okay. So let me stroll down. Let me make sure I got all the questions before we check out. Again, once again, if you didn't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. You know what I mean? Definitely leave a comment. You know, if you choose. I definitely appreciate the energy exchange. And we will be checking out shortly. So do you work with the energy ruled by the place you stay? Yes, you must connect with the spirits of your land. If you want to be successful, you need to connect with the spirits in your land. This is why traditions change. This is why you have all these spiritual systems that come from Africa, or so-called Africa, right? The Congo. But once that shit goes to Brazil, the names of the deities change. Their attributes change. And that's for any spiritual system. Once it goes to another land, it may originate in one place, but once it goes over those seas, now you have to give respects to the spirits of that land, and they have unique personalities, so you have to alter the deities. So yes, you have to connect with the spirits of your land. That's essentially what everybody's talking about anyway. I need to connect with the universe. You just need to connect with the spirits of your land. That's all. That's what people really mean when they say that. I need to be in tune. I need to tap in, yes, to the spirits of your land. That's what people are trying to say, just not understanding what they're really saying. Connected with the spirits of the land, definitely. All right. Let me see. So when are we all having a session again? You talking about a weed session, Afro Pick? You know what I mean? Smoking on the ganja? Is that what you're talking about? But let me just make sure. I'm like 20 minutes behind in the goddamn comments though. Well, I appreciate the energy though. But let me make sure I answer all these questions before we check out. All right. That Black Cube Water Memorial at Ground Zero. What kind of energy did you feel? It's like it's an energy of. It's like it. It made me raise my eyebrow because I wanted to see it. I went specifically to downtown Manhattan to see. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on around here? Nobody's around. It was like 3 a.m. It was like 3 a.m. Nobody's around. Bunch of like police forces and all that, buildings and all. I'm like, I went there and I'm like, oh, you know, New York, everything is bigger in New York. You know what I mean? New York expanded my mind. You know, you come to the West Coast and you see a certain thing, but you go to the East Coast, it's a whole different world on the East Coast. But that energy is definitely, it doesn't feel sinister, it doesn't feel dark, it doesn't feel sinister. It's very, again, it's a water. When you go to New York, it's a water element. So the feeling is more, it's not, but I talked about it. I talked about New York, not New York, but Manhattan is a city of tan. I talked about that, the city of tan. So tap into the energy of tan, which is the energy of Saturn, right? Which is why New York is such a Gotham city, a very dark city, pretty much blocking out the sun, right? All right. Yeah. But the energy is not sinister. The energy is a very, very deep feeling. Not sinister, not bad. It sinks in very, very deep. Very mystical experience, very mystical. I was having all type of mystical experience. But check out my videos though. Check out the videos I did in New York. You know? Check out, you gotta go last year, 2017. Check out my videos I did in New York if you really wanna tap deeper into that energy. Because again, I've been doing this in real time, so if you wanna know how I was feeling at the time, then you can check out when I was doing videos at that time. So yeah, you know. We can definitely like I've been sober. I haven't even been smoking actually. So that's why y'all haven't seen me. Like I haven't been smoking in a minute, but you know, y'all already know. Give me like a week. You know, give me a week or maybe even before that, you know. So I may have a blunt tomorrow. You know. It just all depends on what we're doing. It all depends on what we're doing. But you know, when I be high, he's like it's hard for me to kind of concentrate and be fully into what's going on with the people. So I try to be sober when I talk to y'all, so that I can be fully alert and not like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But why not, right? Why not? Why not take the challenge? Can you still be as brutally honest while intoxicated? Well, nobody's asking that. I'm saying that. Well, you know, why not? I'm ready for the challenge. All right. Let me make sure I got everything. But yeah, you saw I was trying to tell that story about the fairy kingdom. Then I got choked. I think a spirit like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like real shit. Like, yo, don't say shit. Like, all right. Real. You saw I have no problem saying nothing, but all of a sudden I started coughing. Like, yo, like slow down. I don't know. I guess I may have to say that in private or something. I guess that's just not. I can't reveal that to the public. I guess not. I guess that's for a private conversation. I don't know. So I tried. But you know, I was stopped in my tracks. But yeah, we definitely gonna talk more about the fairy energy and just all elementals though. All elementals. All right. So where we at with it? We almost out of here. We at 10%. We almost out of here. How long would one have to be outdoors, Asha, to get in tune with the spirits? I mean, 24 hours. Be outside for a full 24 hours. I spoke about this in a video before. If you really want to connect with the spirits, be outside for 24 hours, a full 24 hours. You know what I mean? Go into the forest, go into the woods, you know, spark up, or meditate. However you tap in, you just tap in outside. It's like everything you're doing anyway, you're just doing it outside. And you're finding, it's like, because now you got to find places to do things, right? Now you got to find a park, or you got to find somewhere secluded. So it's the whole process that you have to go through that helps you to connect with the spirits of your land, right? I think 8 is related to Scorpio energy. Well, it depends on what system. It depends on what system you use. Like I use Vedic numerology, but you may use a different system. It may be connected with Scorpio. So that very well may be if you are using a different system, you know. What about life path 6? Life path 6 is the energy of Venus. So Venus is all about material manifestation. Venus is like the empress. You know, Venus is basically like when the feminine energy is ruling, the ruling feminine energy. Number 9 is like a ruling masculine energy. So number 6 is all about harmony. So Number 6 is like the most beautiful house. If you go into a house of a number 6, it's like it's the most beautiful home. And I've seen this. Like, I be looking at my neighbors. See, I be put this shit into work. I guarantee. Learn these numbers. I got neighbors and shit. I be looking at their address. I be looking at their address. I don't go in their homes, but I be looking at their address and I just watch how they move. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Everything correlates. So life path 6 is all about harmony, harmonization, the energy of Venus. You know what I mean? All about beauty, the number of beauty. So life path 6 is all about beauty. You know, physical beauty, mental beauty, spiritual beauty, all that beauty. So the energy of 6 helps you, it makes you a conduit to channel the energy of beauty so that you can project beauty into this world. So number 6 is all about beauty, all about harmony, all about that Libra, and all about that Taurus. Libra and Taurus energy. You know what I mean? You know, Taurus is the earth sign, Libra is the air sign. Libra is all about the communication, Taurus is all about that bank account, physical security. So there you go. All right. That must be why I'm into blood and crazy shit. Yeah, 305 Capricorn, definitely. That's what I mean. Yeah, you know, trust me, there are women out here who are willing to do it all. Once they connect with the right partner, it's like, yo, they will take you to limits not known to man, basically. But you know, most dudes is not hitting the bottom of that pussy though, so they don't, you know, they will never know that. It is what it is though. In time. You said you had to be an outsider for, you know, Vegas just likes being loud. As y'all can notice, Vegas, the people in Vegas, they like bringing attention to themselves. That's why you hearing motherfuckers like literally is doing that all day. But y'all should know that by now, right? Y'all been watching the videos. It don't matter where I do the videos, activity happening, right? Y'all see this light keep going on and off, right? That's no coincidence. Just letting y'all know. But all right, let me see. You said you had to be an outsider for an extended period of time to connect with the spirit world. How long? Yeah, I think I answered that. 24 hours at least. At least 24 hours. All right. What are my thoughts on the alleged upcoming pole shift? I have not heard about the upcoming pole shift, but just a brief, you know, it is what it is. It's pretty much just saying, but it's like that's a whole conversation. Because like the North Pole and the South Pole is not what we really think it is. It's not what we think it is. Like the way the world map is not how the Earth really looks. You know what I mean? Like you think Antarctica is all the way at the bottom, and that's not the way the actual land masses really are. So it's kind of, you know, it's layers to that. It's layers to that. All right. I think we almost out of here. What did you say in that ATL video that got deleted? I don't know. Well, I can take many guesses. But I was saying a lot of shit in that Atlanta video. They deleted that shit. I was like, damn, they deleted the video? Like the YouTube deleted the fucking video. Cause I did like 6-7 videos when I was in that hotel room. Then when I went outside the hotel room, I was walking around, what was it? Bankhead. I was walking around Bankhead and shit. Letting people know, like, yeah, like y'all want to know. I think the title was like, where the fuck is asharenu? Be like, no, take this off. YouTube delete that shit. It was just, I can take a guess, you know, but I'm not, you know, I really don't know why it was. I really don't know why it was deleted, but I'm sure something was revealed in that video. YouTube like, take it off. They deleted it. They didn't send me a warning. They didn't give me a copyright strike or nothing. No warning, no email, no like, yo, this is what you did wrong. No, they didn't. They just, this one day that shit is gone. You know, so I was definitely. This is what I mean. Like I tapped into that portal so much so that they deleted the fucking video. Something was revealed in that video. They're like, no, we can't allow this to stand. Took that shit off without warning. So that's what I mean. I was in that fucking underworld for real, revealing that information. And like, cut it off. So I'm letting y'all know this shit is real. This shit is real. Let me see. Oh, soon. Yes, my father was magical. Exactly. Shout out to the pimping, the spirit of pimping. You already know. You know what I mean? And shout out to the ladies of leisure that respect the pimping. You know what I mean? Much love to you who respect the underworld, the men and women of the underworld who respect the underworld and who have matured, you know, because of the underworld. All right. Yeah, let me see. Any more questions? Yeah, we got like 6%, so I'm just gonna stroll down unless I see any more questions. Let's see. So let me stand up. So we about to check out in a minute. You know, yeah, we just you know, we revealing the secrets for real. Trust me, ain't nobody else doing this shit. Yes, other people travel, but they're not connected with the spirits of the city. And they're not revealing, they're not telling you how to do it, and they're not telling you, well, what did the spirits say? Like, ain't nobody else doing this shit. Every city I go to, I tell y'all about the energy of the city, right? I tell y'all about the spirits everywhere I go, right? But you know, let me make sure I got any questions. Any questions before we get up out of here? Got a couple more percent. Let me see. How can you summon a sex demon? Work with sex spirits. Work with the spirit of Rati. Work with Rati. R-A-T-I. Make a petition to Rati. Create an altar for Rati, and she, you know, channel in her energy. She'll come to you in your dreams. You know? Definitely, I encourage people to fuck these spirits and these deities. They giving out the pussy and the dick. Trust me. You think just because they spirits or deities they ain't fucking? They fucking. But you know, you got to be on a level though. You got to be on a level to even comprehend this shit. Anyway, let me make sure I got everything. All right. Okay. 6%. Where we at? Just want to get all these questions. All right, we got all the questions. All right, we got all the questions. Yeah, see, now I'm at 5%. So we're gonna check out. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, watching. I'm gonna be right back at y'all tomorrow. Remember to tune into the Score Talk. So I'm gonna figure out how to get all this cracking, and we're gonna get this shit popping. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all take it easy. You know. Much love from Hermes City. 1, we out this bitch.